But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. I hope you're having a good time. Today we are going to talk about very important topic, the most important man in history, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He's perfect in everything. He's so handsome. His eyes like the wings of a big bird. His lips are so beautiful to the point women, they want to kiss them non-stop. The angels, they love him. Allah, he is crazy about him. If I describe for you, no description can make it really good. So I'm going to borrow a video of someone in the internet. He made a video about Muhammad, that he is the best man before. Let us see what this video is saying. Oh, not this one. This one.
Here's a question for the men who are watching. Suppose you're walking down the street and you see a beautiful woman. What do you do? Some of you are thinking, well, I'd ask for her number or try out my awesome new pickup line. Yo, baby, how you like your eggs in the morning, scrambled or fertilized? But what if you're already married? What do you do then? Do you still ask for her number or use a lame pickup line? All right, here I am. What are your other two wishes? If so, then you're a total dirtbag, unless you believe in the Quran, which allows men to have up to 4 wives. In that case, you could already be married and still approach a woman as a second or third or fourth wife. So you could ask her for her number or try out an Islamic pickup line. Are you sure you're not the prophet? Because you robbed my heart. Yo, girl, you want to share my prayer rug? Girl, I know you're a Muslim because your body is slamming. Are you sure you're not the shaitan? Because you fell from Jannah. Yo, girl, I know I'm only allowed to marry 4, but you're a 10. I like your burqa. I'm wondering if I could talk you out of it. Girl, I need to break my fast. Can I have a date? Are you sure you're not the black stone? Because I just want to give you a big, slobbery kiss. But suppose you're a Muslim and you've already massively exceeded the 4-wife limit. Suppose you already have 9 or 11 wives, not to mention multiple sex slaves. You're walking down the street and you see a beautiful woman. What do? Fortunately for us, the Prophet of Islam has the answer. He always does, doesn't he? Sahih Muslim 3407. It was narrated from Jabir that the Messenger of Allah saw a woman. Then he came to his wife Zainab, who was tanning a leather, and fulfilled his desire. Then he went out to his companions and said, "A woman comes in the form of a devil and goes in the form of a devil. If one of you sees a woman, let him go to his wife, for that will repel what he feels in his heart." Now, what does Muhammad mean when he says that having sex with his wife will repel what he feels in his heart? I think it's obvious, but he elaborates in Sahih Muslim 3409. Jabir said, "I heard the Prophet say, if one of you likes a woman and feels attracted to her, let him go to his wife and have intercourse with her, for that will repel what is in his heart." So Muhammad saw a woman and he was attracted to her sexually. So he went to Zainab's house. She was busy working, but Muhammad made her stop what she was doing so that he could have sex with her. Then he went and told his followers that a woman comes in the form of a devil and goes in the form of a devil, and that if a man sees a woman and is attracted to her, he should run home and have sex with his wife because that will help alleviate his sexual desire. All right, there's a lot to think about here. Let me share my thoughts. First, take a look at the chapter heading for these hadiths. Recommendation to the one who sees a woman and is attracted to her to go to his wife or slave woman and have intercourse with her. Again, this is about Muhammad, history's greatest moral example, being sexually aroused by a woman and then running to Zainab to, quote, fulfill his desire. Notice that a man can run home either to his wife or to his slave girl. Yes, Islam allows men to have sex slaves. But David, I thought that Islam abolished slavery. Well, Islam did abolish slavery in one particular area, Fantasyland. Here on Planet Reality, Muhammad and his followers bought, owned, sold, and traded slaves, and they had sex with them. Second, how much self-control and willpower did the Prophet of Islam have if he couldn't see a woman walking down the street without running back to Zainab's house and saying, "Stop what you're doing! There's an emergency in my thawb. I need you to get into the bedroom because I can't stop thinking about this sexy woman I just saw." To be fair, I think that if you don't have much self-control or willpower and you become sexually aroused while running some errands, you should go to your wife instead of sitting around obsessing over the woman you saw. But think about this. How many women do you walk by every day? Probably a lot. Do you have to run home every time you see a woman? And keep in mind, Muhammad saw a woman in 7th century Medina. She would have been dressed pretty conservatively, but Muhammad still couldn't control himself. This means, of course, that you and I and pretty much everyone we know have far, far more self-control, sexual self-control, than the greatest man who ever lived. Third, on this particular occasion, notice which house Muhammad went to. He went to Zainab to fulfill his desire. Who was Zainab? Zainab was the former wife of Muhammad's adopted son, Zayd. One day, when Muhammad went to visit his adopted son, Zayd, he was greeted by Zayd's wife, Zainab, who was wearing very little clothing. What happened next? We read in the History of At-Tabari, Volume 8, page 2, "She jumped up in haste and excited the admiration of the Messenger of God, so that he turned away murmuring something that could scarcely be understood. However, he did say overtly, 'Glory be to God the Almighty! Glory be to God who causes hearts to turn!'" What do you think the narrator means when he says that Zainab excited the admiration of Muhammad? Long story short, Muhammad's adopted son Zayd heard that his adopted father/prophet was lusting after his wife, so he divorced her so that Muhammad could have her. People complained about Muhammad marrying the wife of his own adopted son, so Muhammad abolished adoption in Islam. What a prophet. Putting all of this together, Muhammad saw a woman walking down the street and he started lusting after her. So he ran to the house of Zainab, a woman he married after breaking up her marriage by lusting after her. Wow. No wonder Allah says in Surah 33, verse 21 of the Quran, that Muhammad is a wonderful pattern of conduct. He sure sounds like one. Fourth, when Muhammad saw this woman walking down the street, and he had to run to Zainab for some relief, he already had somewhere between 9 and 11 wives, not counting his sex slaves. And Muslim sources report that he would have sex with all of his wives in one day. Sahih al-Bukhari, 5068. Narrated Anas, the Prophet used to go round, have sexual relations with all his wives in one night, and he had 9 wives. Sahih al-Bukhari, 5215. Narrated Anas bin Malik, the Prophet used to pass by, have sexual relation with all his wives in one night, and at that time he had 9 wives. Side note, check out the chapter heading. Whoever had sexual intercourse with all his wives and then took one bath only. Yes, history's greatest man would have sex with 9 women, but would only take one bath. Can you imagine what he would smell like when he was climbing on top of poor wife number 9? This is Allah's pattern of conduct. Sahih al-Bukhari, 268. Narrated Qatada, Anas bin Malik said, the Prophet used to visit all his wives and around during the day and night, and they were 11 in number. I asked Anas, had the Prophet the strength for it? Anas replied, we used to say that the Prophet was given the strength of 30 men. And Sa'id said, on the authority of Qatada, that Anas had told him about 9 wives only, not 11. Muhammad was having so much sex that his followers were bragging that he had the sexual strength of 30 men. And keep in mind, we're ignoring the sex he had with his slave girls. And yet, despite being the most oversexed man in the world, he couldn't see a woman walking down the street without going into a sexual frenzy and running to one of his wives. If someone were to make an accurate film about the life of Muhammad, it would be on a porn site. Fifth, in Islam, women are required to cover themselves. There's some dispute as to whether they can leave their faces uncovered or they have to cover their faces as well. But think about why they need to be covered. Who founded this religion? A man who would lose his mind when he saw a woman walking down the street. So I ask the Muslim women who are watching, what's the real reason you cover yourselves? The real reason you cover yourselves is that your prophet couldn't control himself around women, so he demanded that women cover themselves. Muslim women have been covering themselves for 14 centuries because their religion was founded by history's greatest horn dog. Sixth, to you Christians who are watching, can you even imagine reading something like this about Jesus, or about Peter, or about John, or about Paul? Can you even imagine having to read about Jesus seeing a woman and then having to run to have sex with another woman and then saying that women are devils? We don't have to deal with this because the key figures in our religion were men of integrity, men of honor, men of self-control, not the epic pervert who stands at the center of Islam. Thank God we don't have to follow Muhammad. So, those were my thoughts when I read Sahih Muslim 3407. But over the years, I've learned one thing from the comments section. Other people notice things that I don't. So, in the comments, please share any additional insights you've drawn from the hadith we started with. As an added bonus, the apostate prophet and I agreed ahead of time that we would both make videos about this hadith. We didn't confer on what we'd say in our videos beyond the passage we'd be discussing, so I have no idea what he's going to say in his video. Let's all click the link and find out what AP's got to say about his former prophet lusting after some random woman. I hope to see you there in the comments section.
All right, thank you very much. We just brought back David Wood for you. The Muslims are happy that they don't see him no more, so we brought him back. Now, he said many great points, but he made a mistake. He said that Muhammad, he ordered women to cover themselves because he don't have self-control. Well, obviously, Muhammad is a pervert, and he will not do such a thing. I mean, to order to cover themselves. The reason for Muhammad to cover the women, or to cover the hijab, is because of Umar. Umar ibn al-Khattab, he is the one behind the order of covering the women. Umar, he used to go to the house of Muhammad, and he used to flirt with the wives of Muhammad. Once Umar, he came to the house of Muhammad, and his wife Sauda, she was doing poo-poo, and Umar was staring at her ass. And this is the hadith in front of us. And Umar, because he's a very filthy, low-class person, he did not hesitate to say to her, to talk to her while she is doing poo-poo. And the story is in front of you. Aisha reported, the wives, actually you can read the title here in the top. Chapter permissibly for women to go and out to relieve himself. So imagine, they have a chapter about doing shit. This is Islam, what you expect. Shitty religion, shitty chapters, shitty prophet. Aisha reported that the wife of Allah Messenger used to go out to cover, and in the cover of the night, when they went to open, so they went to open field in the outskirt of Medina, for easing themselves, like, Umar al-Khattab used to say, take a note, used to say, which means he always do that. Allah Messenger, ask your ladies to observe veil. So what this hadith here is saying to us, that the wives of Muhammad, they use, they wear clothing which is not decent. Maybe they are dressed like hookers. Maybe they are dressed in a... But obviously, they are not dressed right. And Umar is asking Muhammad, not the Muslims. He's asking the one who's supposedly in charge of religion. He's the prophet. Tell your wives to observe veil. Each time Umar he come, he said to Muhammad, tell your wives to observe veil. Now ask yourself why Umar, he is saying such a thing unless he sees something not right. There's something not right. And Umar, obviously, he is a very filthy man. So he want to make himself that he is not a pervert who is coming and spying at the wives of his friend. So after he look and after he flirt and after he say what he say, he go inside the house so the husband will not be upset. He says, Prophet, tell your wives to observe veil. And this is exactly what happened in this story. But Allah Messenger did not do that. You ask yourself why. So Muhammad, he don't like the veil. So David Wood was wrong. It's not Muhammad, he don't like it. He like women to walk naked, actually. If you remember, if you have my book, Section Allah, you will see that there is a woman, Muhammad, he wanted to F her, excuse my language, because he saw her naked, walking naked around the Kaaba, and she was singing a poet that everything we have, we show it, but it's not available. This is the song. So we show it, but it's not to F. Why? Because now she is doing ritual, go around the Kaaba. If you remember that the Muslims are nothing but pagan like the Arab, nothing changed. They used to go around the Kaaba totally naked, wearing no clothing. So this is a society, they don't care for hijab, they are naked people. They go naked, totally naked, around the Kaaba, as you see, and this is Sahih Muslim, this is official. It says, Hisham narrated from the authority, etc., etc., that when Quraysh is the family of Muhammad, all Muhammad family are Quraysh, and their descendant, they used to go around the Kaaba naked. Do you see it? Totally naked, in the state of nudity, naked. So this is a religion, and this is a society and a community where nakedness is not even big deal. You know, before the bikinis exist, they are totally naked. So women and men, because the Kaaba is a sexual temple of worship. You see, the Hindus, they have a temple for sex. Sexual object is put there, and they have a penis and they have a vagina, and it have a name, and those who knows the name, they can post it for you in the chat. And you can check the images. Muhammad, he himself, and his followers, obviously, they copy from the Hindu, the sexual religion, and they have a black stone which present the vagina. Women, when they cannot have babies, they go around the Kaaba totally naked, and men, they go with them, and even they do have sex. There's different hadith, it says, that the Muslims, and this is after Islam for sure, they used to go around the Kaaba, and their penis is a dripping sperm. I'm trying to find you the hadith. Okay. Here we go. This is Sahih hadith, so the Abdul, they cannot say to you it is da'if and all the garbage, you know. Yeah. This is Sahih al-Bukhari as an example, hadith number 7376. He says, this man, he is speaking now what the Muslim they practice. We used to go around the Kaaba, we do the ihram, and then what will happen exactly when they are going? Let us see if that part they took it off. Let us go up. Here we go. We used to proceed to Arafat with our male organs dripping with semen. Do you see it? Their male organ dripping with semen. So the best man and his companion, obviously, they are the best at dripping organ with semen around the house of Allah. They go naked, they if each other. The black stone is a vagina. The Prophet is the most powerful man in sex, and this is telling you what this religion is about. What kind of followers? They are proud. Let us say those stories is true. Like Muhammad is so powerful in sex. Why they are so proud about his penis? You see, we are talking about Prophet of God. We are not talking about somebody he is a pervert in a Playboy magazine. A Prophet of God, we will speak about how decent he is, how much he pray, how much he is, loyal to his God, how much he did sacrifice. Not the guy. If the whole night is effing his wife, she is a child. He go to his son, he flirt with the wife when the husband is not there, and then he said to her, "So praise be to Allah, the one who made my heart to flip for you." So there's millions of articles written by the Muhammadan about how amazing Prophet Muhammad. He is the best of mankind. The best of mankind is a pervert, and he was going advice to pervert too. Even if you are not a pervert, Muhammad, he was trying to make you a pervert. If you remember, there is many stories of Muhammad encouraging his men to marry children. You see the Muslim here in the translation, they are talking about marrying a virgin. But this is not really what it's about. It's not just about virgin. It's about children's. He is asking them to have sex with the children. This guy here, his name is Jabir, as you see in the story. Muhammad, he asked him, and he is one of his companions, and he used to go to war. Muhammad sent him to war. So maybe to sleep with his wife too. Actually, Sauda bint Dham'a, he sent her husband to war, and he got her. So, he asked Jabir, did you marry Jabir? He said yes. Okay, did you marry a woman or a child? Jariya. Little one. The guy, he said, I married a woman. The Muslim translation says, why don't you marry a young girl? You might ask yourself, well, this doesn't mean anything. Young girl, this is English. Young girl, well, all men, they like to marry young women, right? But young girl, maybe she is like maybe 17, maybe 16, maybe 15. No. You will continue reading the story. You will see that the man, he have a bunch of orphans live in his house. Either they are the children of his father or his brother. And then he explained, he said to Muhammad, well, you know what? In the fight of Uhud, Abdullah, he died, and he left 9 or 7 daughters behind him. I, therefore, did not approve the idea of I should go bring a girl like them. Do you see it? A girl like them. The person who keep posting the same Arabic thing, my friend, we saw it. Al-Masih, do me a favor, stop posting again and again, otherwise I will block you. We are not blind. People are not stupid. Don't act like Muslims. Okay, he keep posting. I think he did not hear me yet. Let me give him time out. If you repeat that after that, just admin block him. So he is saying, I could not bring a girl like them. They are orphan. I'm not going to bring a girl. If we go in the Quran, you will see even Muhammad encouraging Muslims to F the orphans. You see, when Muslims, they speak about charity, never give a Muslim an orphan to live in his house. Because he will F the orphan. Chapter 4, verse number 3. If you fear that you shall not be able to deal justly with the orphan, then go and F women. Do you see it? If you fear that you cannot deal justly, and some Muslim, they will say to you, see, the Islam says justly. Justly is about just offering them the same, just offer them food and clothing. Because Muhammad himself, he was not just. If you remember the story of Muhammad, wives, the wives, they were complaining about Muhammad that he was not treating them equally. And they sent to him many messages. The wives, they went there. Even his daughter, they sent her to him. All what they were asking Muhammad, why you treat Aisha differently? It says here, and this is Sahih Hadith, the Muslim, they cannot say, this is a fabrication. And this is the title, look at the title, when a man loves one of his wives more than others. Do you see? So, according to the filthy Muhammad, he loved Aisha more, but this is not love, because love a man, he love a woman. He don't love all women in the world. And this is a lust. So this a pervert man, he liked children, as we saw from the previous hadith. So now, because she is the youngest, she is the child, so he is the pervert, and she is the perfect one. So she is in control. So the wives of Muhammad, they gather together and they ask Fatima, his daughter, to go and ask him to treat them equally. All what they want is just treat them equally. You see, it says here, Aisha, she said to him, your wives have sent me, and they are urging to be equitable. They are not urging, like asking for special treatment. No. Just treat all the women equally. So the Muslim, they claim that in Islam you cannot marry more than 4 unless you are treating them equally. But as you see, Muhammad again is a pervert man. He is mistreating his wives, and he don't treat them equally. And if you read the whole story, and the story in front of you, and this is the reference, you will find that Muhammad refused to treat them equally. And he told his wife, his daughter, which is not really his daughter, Muhammad cannot have kids. After many argument, you know, then Zainab, the daughter, the wife of his son, who became later in the bed of Muhammad, she came to Aisha and they start fighting with her. The wives are fighting. And you can read the story here. And Muhammad was excited watching the fight between two of his wives. And still Muhammad, he take the side of Aisha. And Aisha, she insulted me, and I started to think that she would disapprove. And I respond to her. So I insulted her, and then I silenced her. I silenced her. Then the Prophet said to her, she is the daughter of Abu Bakr. So now the two wives of Muhammad, they are shouting, effing each other, saying dirty words to each other, and Muhammad is enjoying the fight. Takbir. And then when Aisha, she won because she screamed more, Muhammad, he said, you know what? She is the daughter of Abu Bakr, which means she is the man. So as you see, this is the filthy Muhammad, who the Muslim, they claim that he is the best of mankind. He's a scumbag. He have no ethic. He's a child molester. He's a criminal. He's a killer. He's a slave owner. Everything wrong in this world is Muhammad. And yet you will find a bunch of liars making articles that Muhammad was the best of mankind. And actually Muhammad, after all this conversation about how good he is in sex, Muhammad, he could not even make one of his wives have a child, even though the Muslim, they say he did, but all of us, we knew he never. And we have a proof that Muhammad even cannot make his wives have orgasm. Who is the witness? How we can prove that? You know, thanks to God, we have Muhammad, he is a trashy, and his wives are no better. You know how trashy a woman is when she go and she starts speaking about what her husband do in the bedroom, right? This is a trashy woman. So, and what kind of a woman? She will go to a man and she will tell him, I was dreaming about having effing with somebody or touching myself, and then asking a man who is a stranger, should I wash my vagina? And this is exactly what the story in front of us is saying. So the woman, she saw a dream, and or maybe she's awake touching herself, excuse my language, and she said to him, Allah is not ashamed of the truth. Yeah, she is a hooker, she is a whore, like the Prophet. Is any washing necessarily for a woman when she has sexual dream? The Prophet, he is expert. Just ask him about that for free. He said, yes, yes. But we just heard David Wood in the video that the Prophet, he had sex with all his wives and he did not have one bath until the end. And then it says here, yes, when she signs of liquid, Salama covered her face. This is the wife of Muhammad. This is who? This is the wife of Muhammad. The Muslim in translation, they are trying to cover up what Salama said. She did not say, do a woman have a sexual dream? She said, وَتَحْتَلِمُ الْمَرْأَةِ, do women have orgasm? If you change the translator, the same story, you will see the women, she was saying, do women have orgasm? Here we go. You see, we just changed, just to show you how they lie, they try to cover it. This is the Sahih Hadith, Sunan Ibn Majah. The wife of Muhammad, she said, after she covered her face, after Muhammad, he says, if she see discharge, then let her perform a bath. Salama, the wife of Muhammad, she said, oh, Messenger of Allah, Does really this happen? You know, what really happened? This woman have a discharge. Does the woman have discharge? Muhammad now, he tried to explain to her, because obviously this woman, she never saw the sperm of Muhammad, and she never have an orgasm herself. So Muhammad, he said to her, explain to his wife, yes, the man water is white and thick, and the women water is thin and yellow. Whichever of them comes first, the baby will look like the parents. And this is additional proof that Muhammad is a stupid fraud prophet, because whoever comes first, what does have to do with the look and the gender? So the wife of Muhammad, obviously, she never ever had orgasm, and she did not even know what orgasm mean. She don't know. And as you see, this is a very sahih hadith, you know. And the Muslim, they say to you, oh, this is not about male and female, Christian Prince is lying. Well, the hadith in front of you, and we can read them, you know. Here we go. It's the child will be a boy. The child will be a boy. You see? They try always to cover the stupidity of their prophet. They do their best. Because this is what the question of the Jew, supposedly a Jewish man, he came to Muhammad, and he said to him, what make the child, you know, resemble the parents, like to be male or female? Muhammad now, he come with the answer coming from his God, and he is the expert. He became a PhD in biology. So when the Muslim, they say that Muhammad is the best of mankind, in which way? How? Even when he decided to go to war against the Roman, the Muslim, they say to you that the Muslim, they went in war to defend themselves. Other Muslims, they try to fix the lie. They say to open countries so we convert them to Islam. The fact, Muhammad, he says, attack the Roman so you can get the blonde girls. And I will show it to you from their own official website. And you know, the funny is, when you show the Muslims their stories, the first response for the Muslims, he's a liar, he's a liar. You show it to them from their website, he's a liar. You show it to them from the Quran, he's a liar. You show it to them from Tafsir, he's a liar. The denial of those people is additional proof that Islam is a fraud. You see, a person who is proud about his belief, he will not deny his belief. Is that correct? Why a person, he will deny a belief? He deny it only if he is ashamed of it. If his belief is filthy, then he would deny. And this is why we see the Muslim keep saying this is a weak hadith, this is da'if hadith, this is a strong hadith. Any hadith, any story written by them, printed by them, translated by them, published by them, taught in schools by them, but in front of you, we do not know it. We never heard of it. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I will show you the link in the banner so you can see. This is Saudi Arabia Education. This is government of Saudi Arabia University. And this is Tafsir al-Tabari. And we are going to use Prophet Google, peace be upon him, to do the translation, which Allah cannot do. I mean, look at how amazing Google. Can Allah speak to us in other language other than Arabic? No. Google can. Almost all languages in the world. So who is Allah? The God who he claimed that nobody knows if it's going to rain tomorrow or not, it's except him, which is proving the stupidity. Who knows what is inside the womb? And he is making a challenge about it. And then here it says that there is a person And this is page number 195 in the book of At-Tabari. When Muhammad, he said to his men, let us act the Roman and get the blondie girls. I'm going to post the link for you, and you yourself, you can search for it. Like now here, it's appear hadith number 1678. It's appear again. Hadith number 16786. This is 16785. And it appear again here in 16788, etc. And this is all is sahih. So I'm going to use Google in front of your eyes, translate to English, and all what you need to do, it says here, attack the book, invade the book, and size the daughters of the Asfar. Asfar mean the blonde, yellow. You know, the savage Muhammad, he don't even know, he don't speak good Arabic, because Asfar is a stupid word to say, really. You know, there is Asfar is like gold, you know, Asfar. Asfar is not really a color to describe the blonde people. So he's a stupid even in the language. So he said, invade Tabuk so you can capture and rape and if the white, blonde, yellow women. A man from them, they call him the grandfather, he said, excuse me, don't tempt us with women. Are you taking us to war because of women? This man is decent. Muhammad, he accused him to be a hypocrite. He is a hypocrite. So if there is one decent, he says something to oppose Muhammad, and I'm sure Muhammad later he did get rid of him, killed him. So he said, excuse me, are you telling us to go and attack the Roman just to get women? Muhammad, he pointed his finger at him, and he said, Allah told me this, that you are a hypocrite. You are a bad person. You are making excuse not to go to war, claiming that you don't want to be tempted by women. But you just told them, attack the Roman and get the blondie girls. You did not say attack the Roman so we can spread Islam. He said attack the Roman, and get their women. Let me post the link for you. And this is again the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's going to come to you in Arabic, but all what you need to do, you can click in the side of the page, and you can, you know, actually the admin is posting it already. Thank you. And then you click at English translation. So when the Muhammadan, they speak about Muhammad, the greatest prophet, how truthful those people are. You tell me. Is he really the best of mankind? Or the worst, the evilest, the disgusting, the pervert, the pedophile, the criminal, the thief, not to mention how many, the Muslims themselves are proud about how many times Muhammad, he jumped in the highway and his men, and they took and they robbed everybody in the highway. And they say to you, they are doing that because the tribe of Quraysh, they kicked them out from the city, so they lost everything. The fact that even the story says that Muhammad and he took his slave with him. What lost? He lost what? You see, old days, you do not need to take a mortgage to have a house. Those are Bedouin. Those are literally Bedouin. Today, if you leave a house, if you leave an apartment, it might cost you your life saving. At that time, all your life saving is movable. Is either animals or the slaves, and Muhammad, he owned many of them. So Muhammad, he went out, and most of the ones who were with him, they were the slaves they owned. So they lost nothing. But Muhammad was a thief. Muhammad is a thief. We have somebody saying, open Skype. Nathan David, are you a Muslim, Nathan? Why you want me to open Skype? Are you a Muslim? As you see, this is a very disgusting man, trashy man, low-class man. And the Muslim, they worship him as God, they speak too much about his good, but the second you start reading, and remember, what do you see in English is not even 1% of what it is in Arabic. The garbage in Arabic is way beyond. That's why I'm using a garbage of the official website of Saudi Arabia, and I had to use Google translation. I'm not going to keep you here long, but as you see, my friends, this is the most disgusting, filthy man in earth. His name is not Muhammad. Muhammad is the praised one. He changed his name to from Qasim to Muhammad, and he wanted to replace Jesus. He is the devil himself. By making himself Muhammad, he chose to be called God, because the praised one is God. No man is to be praised. The Muslim, they claim that they are not mushrikeen, which means they are not polytheist. But as you see, even the name of the man which they worship, his name is the praised one. How they can be not worshipping a man, and then their prophet, his name is the praised one? If Muhammad is the praised one, who is Allah? He is the praised two? Who is Jibreel, the praised three? Muhammad is the praised one. So for how long their lies will work, that depends on you and how much you share our videos and how much you make comment and bring people more to listen and to hear. And by the way, I just want to remind you, I don't know if you saw my post in Patreon, the coward Zakir Naik, he made a copyright claim. I mean, you are a potato. You are literally a potato. You don't dare to debate us. And why you are afraid of sharing your video, as long as your video is good? Copyright? Potato, Zakir Naik. You see, a Muslim who teach, and then people they have, you should enjoy, you should be happy the Christian sharing your video. Did you say something wrong on your video? Is that why you want to flag it? You don't want people to see how stupid you are? So you go to YouTube and you flag it? That's me, you're ashamed of yourself. What did you say there? We got you busted. As usual. And by the way, Zakir Naik, I do not need to use your video to expose you. I just can call you. Brother and sister, Christian Prince, he claimed that I did flag the video. This is absolutely a fault. I challenged him to tell me the reference and to tell me the proof. Zakir Naik, it's in front of you on the screen, man. It says copyright from YouTube. How I can make this? Christian Prince, first of all, the devil, he came to the Prophet Muhammad in the shape of Jibreel. And it's very possible that somebody, the devil, he came to YouTube in the shape of Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik, the devil will take your shape. I mean, he could not find better shape than yours. Come on. Think about it. Christian Prince, you get the point. Actually, maybe when I'm waking sleep, because sometimes I woke sleep. Zakir Naik, what wake sleep? What, you are always asleep. Don't you see yourself? You say stupid things, you debate stupid things, and you lie a lot. So do you lie even when you are asleep? Christian Prince, things happen. And this is a very famous statement in USA, that things happen. Zakir Naik, so now, you did flag my video. And what you did, nothing. I'm here. You are not. Christian Prince, I swear by Allah, that Allah will strike you with lighting. With what? With lighting. Okay, it was lighting. Lighting from the sky? Exactly. Or Allah, he might send some hail and hit your head. Hail? Exactly. Oh, you see, remind me, the Quran says that the lighting is an angel. chapter 13, verse number 13. So how Allah will hit me with lightning if the lightning is an angel? Here's the prince. First of all, this angel, he is lighting, which means he is very lighting. What? Hold on. Is he an angel or he is electricity? How he is an angel and Allah will hit me with lighting? Isn't it you Muslim, you say that Mr. Lighting is an angel and he is in charge of the sky and he have 70,000 angels in each side when he moved the first in his fire belt, and he have a fire belt to lead the cloud with it? Listen, Prince, first of all, this is explanation is very accurate and proven scientifically. Okay, so it's proven scientifically. So how Allah will hit me with lightning if it's an angel? Zakir? Zakir now is flagging my video for copyright because I called him and this is his voice. Oh, Abdul. Oh, Abdul. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when the truth come to you? What are you going to do when the Messiah come back and then he will ask you, you pervert, you follow a pervert, a child molester? Where is your dignity? Where is your humanity? Where is your mind? Where is your brain? The angel, the thunder is an angel, and Allah, he sent hail from mountains in heaven. And you know, the funny is, the Muslim, they try to cover it up. Like if you go to those verses about the hail as an example, you will see the Muslims, every Muslim, he tried to add things, bracket, upper, forward, underword, here, push it there, put lipstick, duct tape. I mean, Home Depot and Walmart, they are out of duct tape. All to cover the stupidity of the Quran. When the Quran is saying clearly in Arabic that Allah, he sent hail from mountains in heaven, you will see the Muslim translation doing their best. Every translation almost. Look at this one here. I think this is the best between them. It says here, and Allah, he sent down from the sky mountain mass of a cloud. Does it say here? It's really, it says mountain mass of a cloud. This is what it says. We change the translator. This is a translation of what? Yusuf Ali. Let us go to a different idiot. What this name's guy? Wahadouin. All of this is a name. All of this is the first name. Okay, Khan. Okay, Wahadin Khan. All right. He sent down from the sky mountain masses of a cloud. Okay, what is the cloud? Where is the word the cloud here? Let us go. What is the word? You know, I mean, mountain of cloud. It says from mountains. Change the translator. We will keep changing the translation until one of them is slip. This is a translation. This is what his name, Ultimate Farty, read for me, just to make us think that he speak Arabic. This is what the Muslim read for you, by the way, to make it for you believe that they speak Arabic. They don't. All of them, anyway, you will see all of them only one after one saying the same, that there is a mass cloud, and hold on. And he sent down out of heaven mountain in which there is hail. Who is this translator? Finally, there is one of them. He have little honesty. Do you see? There's no cloud here in this part. It is hail coming out from mountains in heaven. What's the name of this translator? Karabula? Darwish? Karabula, what's wrong, Karabula? Hey Muslim, this guy is getting you busted. Karabula got you busted. Let us go and see the interpretation and get them busted more. Chapter 24, verse number 43. Remember, the best man, Muhammad, was the best in weather too. He knew that the thunder is an angel, as you see. He knew that hail is coming from mountain is heaven. I mean, come on. He is the best even in weather news. He knew everything about weather. Where the hail coming from, what is the thunder. He knew it all. He is the best in everything. Cooking too, even in cooking, by the way. I mean, the guy, he ordered his followers to drink camel urine. What do you want more? The best drink ever. So, chapter 24, verse number 43, 24. This is the translation of the Muhammadan here, we showed you, and now we will go to the interpretation. Read with me. He sent down from heaven mountain wherein there is hail. He said, he sent down hail from mountains in heaven. Do you see it? Do you see it? Why in their Muslim translation they keep adding clouds and you know just to cover the stupidity? The Muslim Abdul is translating the Quran. He look at this like, what the heck? Everybody will read this, will die laughing at the Quran. We have to change it. We have to fix it. We have to add the cloud, and it says it clearly. And this is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad himself. The only one, Muhammad, he hired him to explain the Quran to the Muslims. He prayed to Allah saying, may Allah make Ibn Abbas the ink of the nation, the ink of knowledge. And this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan, which means this website officially owned by the king, which is a fraud king, by the way. This guy, he claimed to be the son from the grandsons of Muhammad, and that explains why he's a fraud. Royal of Ahl al-Bayt, you know, they became royal now. Kings, royals, you know, you see what the business can do? The guy, he claimed to be a prophet. You claim that you are from his family, now you are a king. And he got his salary not from Allah, he got his salary from Israel and from USA CIA. If you remember when one of ISIS, he exploded himself, or Al-Qaeda, he exploded himself in an office for ISIS, for the CIA in Afghanistan. The one who was injured inside the office was the prince, which is the brother of the king. All of them, they are CIA member. So, as you see, this is what it's meant. How many words are mentioned in the Quran? 365 times. So it's a miracle. Well, even if that is true, that means the calendar of Allah is wrong. If Allah mentioned the word day 365 in the Quran, then the day in Islam is not 365. That means Allah is stupid. And same time, those numbers are fabricated. You know, there's no such a thing. You know. Muslims are desperate to find something in their book. As you see, okay, let us say the Quran mentioned the word day 365 times, and the word night 365 times, and the word shit 20 times, and the word non-shit is 20 times. The word piss is 20 times. The word non-piss is 20 times. Let us say, you know, just for the sake of argument, what we will do with this. Because this is, anyone can write, anyone can, if he have a plan, he can write, he can add a word in equal number. This is not like raising somebody from death. This is writing a book. So, you know, because they are so desperate, they try to find something to make their book respected. But as you see, there's nothing respected there. It's just a stupid book. And, you know, the 365 proving that the calendar of Allah is wrong, because the calendar, the most accurate, there is no real accurate calendar, you know, there's no perfect calendar, but the most accurate is not the Muslim using. However, the Arab before Islam, they used to fix the calendar, you know, because they understood, they learned that from the Jews, that this calendar is not perfect, it's not good. So they have to add more days to the year to fix it, at least every 2 or 3 years to fix it. Muhammad, he decided that this is an act of shaitan. What is the act of shaitan? Is to add time to the calendar. And this is why you see Ramadan of the Muslims, because of the stupidity of Muhammad, Ramadan sometime come in July, sometime come in March, sometime come in December, sometime every year will change. Every year it must be changed. Why? Because the stupid Muhammad, he decide that he don't want this, he don't like it, and mostly because it was about a delay of an occasion he want to celebrate. So the Arab, they have a delay to fix the calendar. Muhammad, he don't want that to happen. So just for his benefit, he canceled the calendar, which can correct the calendar and make it respectable. Muhammad, he destroyed it, and he claimed that he received an order from Allah about it, that this is an act of shaitan. This is from shaitan to make you kafir. Chapter 9, verse number 37. So when the Arab, they used to fix the calendar and they add dates or weeks to the calendar to fix it, Muhammad, he can make it unlawful, and the one who do that, he is a kafir, and he is following shaitan. All right, and the reason actually he wanted to kill his enemies. So because there is a few months the Arab, you see the Arab, they have rules, and they used to be way more respectful than Muhammad. Muhammad is a scumbag, literally. So there's certain months they don't fight, they don't kill. So Muhammad, he want to kill them. Now they are weak. If we give them some time to increase, if we respect the rules, you know, they might, you know, get stronger. Now we need to attack. So, but his followers, they said to him, but we cannot. What about the honor of respect for those tradition? Muhammad, he have, as usual, the way to change things. Just tell them Allah said. So he gave them a verse from Allah, which is him, changing the time and the date and the calendar. Chapter 9, verse number 37. And you can open the interpretation so you can read what is behind this story. So even the calendar, Muhammad, he screwed it. This is how stupid, how evil this man is. You see? The best man is the best fraud. Ramadan is supposed to be one night? No. Ramadan is a practice of Asabian, and they are people from Iraq. They, you know, Ramadan is a celebration for the new moon. The new moon. This is why, and it was 30 days or less than 30, depending the month. So they go by the moon. When the moon disappears, when the moon come back, the crescent moon. This is why you see that Muhammad, he did not say you fast Ramadan. He says you start fasting Ramadan when you witness the new moon. When you witness the new moon. If you go to chapter 2, verse number 185, you see the Muslim, they say, they translate the word shahr as the word mean month. Today is used as a word shahr because, as a month, because nobody follows the moon no more. But in fact, the word shahr is a word mean moon. You can go right now and check in the Hebrew calendar or Aramaic or Hebrew dictionary. Shahr is a word mean month. This is why it says whoever sees, witness. You cannot witness a month. We cannot witness time. We cannot see it. This is why the Muslim, they have to cite. Actually, that's not the word witness here is not even right. Whoever sight the moon, sight the moon. If you change the translation here, you will see right away how everything changed. Let us go to the different translator, another idiot. In this here translation, look what he says. So whoever of you sight the crescent of the first night, not of the month, of the moon. You sight the moon. You don't sight the month. And is it true that the Muslim, they sight the moon to start Ramadan? Is that correct, guys? This is why Muhammad, his God name is Lah. Lah was one of the gods worshipped by the Sabian. The Sabian, they have ranks of God. You remember there's a guy, Ultimate Fart, he called me in the other day, and he said that Allah, he have a higher rank society. Anyone remember? I hang up on him because the Muslim, I debate Muslims about what they believe now, not about what the root of Islam is. So this guy is saying he's not really lying. Islam is based in Sabian. Sabian, they believe that there is ranks. Angels are creators. We were talking about when Allah, he said he is the best of the creators. So he said, yes, there's a creators. Angels are creator too. This is exactly what the Sabian, they say. So the Sabian, if I go, like if I open now the book of the Sabian, it's called Kanza Rabba. Kanza Rabba. Let me open it. Kanza mean a treasure. Rabba coming from the word Rabb. This is the book Kanza Rabba. The book of the Sabian. And actually, if you read it, let me resize it. Hold on. If you read it, or you start reading it, you will find yourself you are reading the Quran. It's the same method, the same way, nothing different. Let me see if I size a page, one page at a time. This is for the screen. That's not what you want. Okay, how we can zoom in. Here. If you read it, you will see that the book have the same tone, the same as the Quran. In the name of the living Al-Azim, هو الحي العظيم البصير القدير العليم العزيز الحكيم. This is all in the Quran. الحي العظيم البصير القدير العليم العزيز الحكيم. All of this is in the Quran. And you will see it's in the same as Muhammad's statement with the same letter. Here you notice in the book here, it says Al-Athariyin. Al-Athariyin. Those are the high rank angels. Those are creators. And Allah is the boss. Al-Muqim fi malakutihi. Al-Adil fi jabarutihi. This is exactly what the Quran says. Now, maybe, you know, I mean, if we want to go in details, deep in details, that will be too much academic for many and too much heavy-duty information. So, we try always to share what is enough for you to expose this garbage cult. Okay. Any other question? Sabian English translation, I don't know. I can give you a link for their official website, but I don't know. You know, remember there was once we received a call from a Sabian? Who remember? I don't know if any of you copy it. You see, the Muslims, they target them. You remember the Yazidi? The Yazidi, when you see they speak about the Yazidi, they read with their women. Those are the Sabian. So the Yazidi, they have in their belief, they believe that Shaitan, like the Muslims accuse them that they worship Shaitan. And somehow they do. So what they do, they make Shaitan, let us say, they fear Shaitan. So they try to make Shaitan happy, like not to be harming us, because he is the one who is in charge of the earth. So this is what gives them a very bad reputation, that they are people who worship Shaitan. But in fact, Muhammad, he was following them, and he is just copying them. Anything else? Anyone? Have you been in Israel? No. And I don't want to go. Let us see. I don't like to go anywhere in the Middle East. It's a cursed land. Oh. All right. So do we have any serious question? Anything? You want the link? I took the Prophet look at the moon. Video, please. Just search for it. Description. The description of Prophet Muhammad. And you will see the image of that man. You will find it right away. What is your take on Palestine? There's nothing is called Palestine. You see, Palestine as a land exists, yes. But those who live there, the Arab, are not Palestinian. Palestinian and the Arab are something different. So, you know, they occupy the land and they hijack the name as usual. So the Arab, they come, they occupy a land, and the land was called, let's say, Palestine. They call themselves Palestinian. They come to Egypt, they occupy Egypt, but Egypt is the land of the Egyptian. They don't speak Arabic, they are not Arab, they are African, and they call themselves Egyptian. This is the trick always. They occupy a land, and then they hijack the land name, and they claim that they are the original citizen of the land. Guys, don't ask me questions have nothing to do with my topic. What Donald Trump have to do with me? What I vote Christian. I don't vote for Trump, which means if there is two donkeys, one of them he is better for the Christian, I vote for the one who is better for the Christians. I don't vote for Trump or Biden. I did vote for Trump, but not because he's a good person, but because we have a very other horrible person. Otherwise, both of them, they are bad. The praised born eternal servant of God, that is Jesus, right? Muhammad, Abdullah, Khadija, Khuwailid, Rafia means just that's it, showing what no one. Sometimes I read people comment, I have no idea what they mean. Speak to me in a language I understand. If you want me to make a comment about what you say. Everybody knows that Egypt is the land of the Coptic. It is the Coptic land. It's not a secret. And the Coptic don't speak a single Arabic word. And until now, they have their own language. And they are more than 20 million. They come to a Coptic. They force a huge number of the Coptic people to convert to Islam. But the one now who claim to be Egyptian, the Arab, those are not, they are not African. The Arab are not African. Furqan. You see, Furqan, supposedly, it's mean like the one who show you the guidance, like the clear guidance, the clear, etc. But there is a book, actually, it's called Al-Furqan. There's a book actually made by an ex-Muslim. I don't know if I can find it. as I remember, I think it was written by ex-Muslim, or I don't know who wrote it. Let us see. Yeah, there is many, look like, you know, I'm trying to find the book I'm looking for. There's many people wrote a book like this with such a name. But the book I'm looking for, I cannot find it. But you notice that the Quran is a very stupid book. It says here that we gave Moses the scriptures and we gave him the Furqan. And the Muslims, they say that the Furqan was given to Muhammad. But as you see here, it says to Moses too. So, you know, the Quran is a very, very stupid book. You know, very confusing. Muhammad, he throw words just for the sake of making a rap song. This is why the meaning does not exist. It's meaningless, you know. Any other question? Do you like songs in church? Well, you know, traditional churches, they sing. Like if you go in the Middle East, Christian churches like Aramaic churches, they sing the whole Bible. Not only they sing it the whole Bible. The whole Bible is recitation of song. Why not? You know, as long as you are glorifying Lord with respect and love, doesn't matter how you do it. Right? Quran is so wrong. Why make religion out of it? Well, you know, the man, he got an army and he conquered and he forced people to convert to Islam. And this is why there is a chapter in the Quran. It's called Al-Fatih. When the victory came, people, they enter into Islam like waves, like an ocean. So when the people, they enter into Islam, when the victory came. This is the chapter of the victory. So when Muhammad became victorious by the sword, people, they enter Islam by sword. So, and then who dare to leave? And then you join the gang because you find yourself, either you die or you join the gang. The gang grow. They attack other nation. And then they force the same nation they just attack. Either you join us to attack the neighbors so we can treat you better. We won't treat you the same as we are, the Arab, but we will treat you better now because you are a Muslim, you are a soldier for us. All right? And making religion out of something false, well, there's millions of them. Okay? Somebody asking me about Al-Bukhari 6205. Well, you know, obviously, you know, we know that the Bible says that the King of Kings is the Messiah, right? So Muhammad, he is saying that the most awful for Allah is the king, the one who called himself the King of Kings. That is Satan hating Jesus. You know? That is Satan, and his enemy is Jesus. And you will see that Allah, he says, I am the King of Kings. So clearly that Muhammad is trying to replace himself and his God by Jesus. So the most person Allah he hates is the one who called himself King of Kings. And then Allah himself, he is calling himself the King of Kings. as you see here. Any other question? Why Muslim wear hijab, why other wear niqab? Depend in the household or where you live. Like in some areas, the government, they force the niqab, the veil. Some places you are free. So women, they don't even wear anything, you know, they don't wear, even they wear a short skirt. Depends which country, you know, how much freedom. Just give them freedom and you will see. And anyway, Muslim women usually, when they go abroad, if they have no parents with them, there's no brother, there's no husband, they wear a short skirt, their skin is showing, they go to nightclub, you name it. There is a hadith says Adam was made in the image of Allah. Well, this is a copy from the Old Testament. But the Muslim, they say that Muhammad, he did not mean that Adam, he was made in the image of Allah as look of Allah. They say that Allah was saying he made Adam in the image of Adam, which is silly to say. I mean, he made Adam in the image of Adam. I mean, have you ever heard stupidity? I mean, they don't know what to say. I mean, he created Adam in his image. So if you say that you are saying that Allah, he created Adam in the image of Adam, this is the most stupid statement ever. You know what I mean? So they try to avoid that Allah is a man, saying here he's a man, and they are copying the Old Testament. God created Adam in his image, exactly word by word. So when they try to fix it and they say this stupid explanation, they say, no, no, no. Allah saying that he created Adam as Adam look. What the heck? What do you mean as Adam look? Do you know even how look Adam? And then they say to you, the prophet, he says, Allah, he made him 60 span tall. Even if he is 60 span tall, doesn't make sense. You are saying to me, Allah, he make Adam look like Adam? While the Arabic saying in front of us, Allah, even the English translation, Allah created Adam in his image. Anyway, and you know, if you search in Google, let us search just for fun. You will find the Muslims, they have a graveyard for Adam in every country. I mean, look like this Adam, he died everywhere. Here I found, this is a grave of Adam and Eve, brother. Not Adam alone. They died next to each other. Look how beautiful it is. And look how tall it is. And the funny is, Adam and Eve, they are in the same height. Interesting. See how long the grave of Adam and Eve, brother and sisters? MashaAllah, MashaAllah. It's MashaAllah. Which one is Eve? Which one is Adam? There's one in white and one in green. I guess the white is Eve. And the people, they give money and donation, and you know, it's scam. It's just all a scam. And not only that, let me show you. Just hold on. This is another grave of Adam. The same guy. The same guy. He have many graves. And look how tall the grave. It's like a Subway sandwich, you know. Do you see how long? Is the guy, because Muhammad, he says he is very tall. It's like 5-floor building, you know. The same guy, he have many graves in every Islamic country. And look, this is a different one. This is Hadrat Qambit. Who the heck is Qambit? This is, it says here in English, the grave of our prophet Adam, peace out. This is a different one. Look how long. Look, it's like a train. It's like a subway. It's like, you know, the same guy. They have a graves for him everywhere. Look at this guy here. Look at this one here. This is someone different. Prophet Amun, the sons of David. Look, guys, David. This is the son of David, and his a grave in Pakistan. It turned to be that David used to live in Pakistan, brother. Look what it says here. And just to show, I'm not making things up. Prophet Amun, David, he have a son. His name is Amun. Take a note. And this is his grave in Pakistan. Aman Rabbi Aman. It turned to be David was a Pakistani. And all this time, those Christians, they were lying to us. They say he was here from the Jews. What a lie. We were living a lie, brother. Wake up. It's time to wake up. Let us go and do a Hajj to the grave of David and his son Amun in Pakistan. He's a Pakistani and he speaks like Zakir Naik. This one is what? Grave of what? This is a grave of what? The same guy, he have other grave. Hazrat Amun. Look, how many grave you have for the same guy? Look, this is the same Amun. Look. This is different grave. The other one, his grave is in the middle of the room. This one, he have different, you know. The room is small. Let us see the grave of Noah. Hold on. Why some Christian they accept homosexuality, transgender priest? Well, if you Muslims accept a prophet, he is a transgender and he is a homosexual. There is some people, they are like you Muslims. So why you don't complain about yourself? As long as you mention this. How come you accepted Imam 1400 years ago to be a homosexual? You see why you know Muslims, how they got themselves busted? You are talking to Christian Prince. So look what you just did. For us, we don't accept. Those who accept them? When you say accept, who accept them? I will never go to a church. The one who is in the church, he is breaking one of the most important command of God. Who is going to go there? People like him. But look what happened in the time of your prophet. In the time of your prophet, right away after he died, Uthman became the caliphate. Focus with me, Abdul Hamoud. A man, he come to the caliphate Uthman. And he said, there is an imam, he pray on us, and he is a gay. He's a mukhannath. Uthman, he said, well, when people do good deed, do good deed, and when they don't do good deed, don't do good deed. The guy said to Uthman, but he is tempting us. Are you there, Hamoud? You ask for it, Hamoud. Have fun. I challenge you to show me where in the Bible that there is somebody was a gay and he was approved to be an imam or to be a priest or to be any of this. Just show me. Here we have your religion. This is the Caliphate Uthman. Right away, Muhammad, he just died, which means Islam is fresh. They come to Uthman complaining about LGBT imam. And not only that, this guy, when he bent over, he tried to tempt them with his ass. He have a nice ass, may Allah ask you. And this is telling us that all the ones who they are in the mosque, they are gays too, because how a man can tempt you? Remember, those Muslims are coming to complain, saying that we have a leader. We have a leader. We are afraid of being sinful. Why? Because this leader is a leader of al-fitna, trial, affliction, etc. All of this because a man, he bent in front of them and he is a gay. Okay, what will happen? Because they are tempted. They are homosexual too. And we are afraid of being sinful in following him. Uthman, he said, as salat, the prayer, is the best of the deeds. So when people do good deed, you do the same. And when they do bad deed, avoid it. So Uthman, he did not help them. So what? He's a gay, he's a gay. He is your priest. And then Az-Zuhri said, listen carefully, in our opinion, one should not offer salat behind an effeminate person unless there is no alternative. Do you see it? So when you Hanud, you say, why Christians, why? We don't. That's a lie. Those are not Christians. Those are not Christians. Anyone who accepts that is not a Christian. But I show you now that the Caliphate of Allah, Uthman, this is your first Pope. This is your first Pope. The one who's chosen by you, the best of you. He approved the first homosexual imam. It's in the front of you. So stop crying. Anyone who do what is against in the Bible, he is no Christian, period. I answered you. They can call themselves a Christian. They can call themselves a church. They can call themselves whatever they want. They are not. But this is Islam. And not only that, your prophet himself is a homosexual. He dressed like a woman. He dressed as women clothes. He put lipstick. He put eyeliner. And he pee like a woman. And not only that, your prophet, he kissed men down their belly. And not only that, your prophet, he rubbed his chest with the back of a man in front of him. And they enjoy each other. And not only that, your prophet, he promised you that in heaven, there is a bazaar where there's no buying nor selling except pictures of men and women. And if a man, he liked the image, he entered it. And let me show you the hadith. When you are talking about homosexual, look who is talking. In the world today, people are free. They call themselves what they want. Yeah. Somebody is a gay, he say he's a Christian, but he's not. A Christian is the one who follows God. Jesus says, not everyone says to me, God will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. And the will of Jesus and the will of God is in the Bible. And this is your prophet to promise you a magazine full of pictures of men and women. All right? Blaze Official. Blaze Official, he is challenging me. Who is this Blaze Official? He's a Muslim? He want to call me? Okay, I will call it just for Blaze Official. Give me a second. I will open my Skype. All right, we are loading Skype. Feel free, Mr. Official. Just give me a text and I will call you back. All right. My Skype is open. So as you see, in the Muslim, they speak about things, but the fact they are the one who have it. Would you consider Catholic as a cult? No, I don't. Why I wouldn't consider them? You see, Jesus said, whoever believe in me, and he die, he will live. So as long as they believe in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, they are Christians. Now, being a Christian, all of us, we know that all of us, we do wrong, right? So if we say that the Catholic are cult because they have images, well, don't you have your own images? I mean, all of us, we have our sin. Replace it with the image. So if somebody he have wrong, even the images they have, just because they love Jesus, not because they hate Jesus, even those images, is the purpose is to worship God. But all of us, we knew that this is break the command where God says, don't make image for what is up in heaven or down in sky. So this is wrong, but doesn't make them not Christians. CP challenged Muslim, but when we refute you run away. Oh, this guy is a kid, I guess. Let us call him. Maybe this is a ultimate fault. Hello? I'm back. Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, last time we left where we stopped. You remember?
I did, but you ran away.
Because you say things is not you cannot prove it.
I ran away. I was about to show you the
Okay, okay, remind me what we were talking about.
We were talking about supposedly a Christian prince made a claim that black people are created for hellfire, which is not in an Islamic site. You made it up, right?
I made it up?
Yeah, I can show you authentic hadith to refute you. Can I show
it to
you?
No. Hold on. To prove it to me, are you saying to me that the hadith in the Tirmidhi, the one I showed, does not exist?
It exists, but the context...
So how you say I made it up, you son of Muta?
The context...
You see why see why I hang up on you, son of Muta? I get lost. You made it up, you coward. It exists. And it says that Allah, He created the black from the left shoulder of Adam, and He said to them, you go to hell and I don't care. I run. Don't waste my time. I don't have time for kids. What a potato. I run. No, I don't run. But I don't have time for a stupid... Every Muslim, you agree. That's what it says. Not a single Muslim, you don't agree. Coward son of Muta. I fabricated. You know, even when they say the word you fabricated, don't you have a shame? And then I say, are you saying it doesn't exist? He said, no, it exists. But you take it out of context. What? Take it out of context. It says it clearly. I will show the hadith on the screen. And I don't care what you say. People will judge. People have a brain. People have eyes. Not like you coward. You're trying to duct tape. This is, and thank God he agreed that it exists, because maybe he was going to say it's not exist. This is Jami' al-Tirmidhi, hadith number 38. Let me zoom out in the page. And the hadith in front of us. Allah Messenger, peace be upon him, he said. What he said? Read carefully. Allah created Adam when he created him, and he struck his right shoulder, and there emitted from it white offspring. So take a note. It is offspring. Offspring of who? Of Adam. What is their color? White. From which shoulder they are coming? Guys, take a note just to show you how this. I mean, this is stupid idiot. Do you even why you open the topic? Are you trying to expose your religion again? So they are offspring, and the funny, he says to me, you are taking it out of what context? Even this one have a context. He created from Allah created Adam. And when he created him, he struck his right shoulder. What come from the right shoulder? White offspring. And they were white like ant, which means very white. Is he talking about a human? Yes. Is he talking about their color? Absolutely. And then he continued. And now let us change the color so we can differentiate between them. And then he struck what? The shoulder. What shoulder? The left shoulder. Of who? Of Adam. And there emitted from it black offspring. The black offspring, not black, the black offspring, which means all the black is the offspring of Adam, but they are emitted from his left shoulder. And again, Muhammad described them, saying, as if they were charcoal. What? Charcoal. When he called me last time, he says, there's people, they are black like charcoal. I said, yeah, there is. Black people, yes, they are. No? A true African, they have a deep color. Then he said, those who had been emitted. Do you see the word those? Those are human, not object. Who been emitted from the right shoulder. Who are they, the one emitted from the right shoulder? It has go back. Change the color. Who is the one who emitted from black shoulder will go to heaven? We'll make it a green heaven. Who are they? The white. The white people. They are the one who emitted from the black shoulder. From the right shoulder, sorry. And they are white. Like white ants. And why he chose the right shoulder? Because in religion, the word right means they are right. The left present always Satan. This is why Muhammad, he forbid Muslims to eat with left hand. If you eat with the left hand, Shaitan, he share with you. This is the hand of the devil. So what the first thing Muhammad is saying, that Allah, he created the black people from the hand of the devil. And not only that, he continues saying, so he said to those who they are emitted from the right shoulder, which is the white people, you go to paradise, and I don't mind. Who go to paradise? A human. Who go to hell? Human. Who is the one going to paradise according to Islam or Muhammad? The white one. And he said to those who they are emitted from the left shoulder. From where? From the left shoulder, which means the black people. The one who wear like charcoal. The offspring of Adam, who they are black. Those who they are emitted from the left shoulder, they are for hell, and I don't care. In Arabic it says, Wala ubali, and I don't care. And this cover, he says, I'm taking it out of, even this one need context. Who of you in the chat did not see clearly that the first thing Muhammad is saying that the black people will go to hell? Be honest. Did I take it out of context? How in the world I did? So I hang up on you because you are just stupid. You know, it says I don't have patience to speak to stupid. Not because you are strong. Because what you say is very stupid. Everybody's laughing at you. When we hang up on a Muslim, we hang up on him only if he's a donkey. Too much donkey. No point of talking to you. If I feel like you have a hope of a human being brain, I will talk to you. So all of this is out of context. The story in front of us, that's it. The end of the story is over. What context? You see, if we have a movie and there's a movie before and then an event before, this is the story, the whole story. Muhammad telling how Allah created Adam and his offspring. Muhammad trying to explain how white people came to existence and how black people came to existence. And the funny here, Muhammad, he think that Adam, he never used his testicles. And he used his penis. He used his shoulder. Look like Adam, when he was created, he did not know what this penis for. He was looking at it. Maybe this is a microphone. If she looked at his penis, she said, what is that? Why you have a tail in the front? Adam, he said, I don't know. She said, well, as long as Allah will create babies from our shoulder, why you have it there? Adam, he said, I think we should just cut it off. If she said, you know, don't cut it off, you never know, you might need it. We can mix the salt with the food with it. But not when it's hot. Be careful. Shoulder. This is the intelligence of the stupid Muhammad. He's trying to explain why those are black and why those are white. Because the black people, they are coming from the left shoulder, from the bad location of the body of the human being. The right shoulder is white people are coming from. This is the only religion believe that the penis of Adam was in his shoulder. Looked like he have two penises. One was in the left shoulder. Allah, he struck it, which means he shake it. I don't want to go in details. Muhammad have orgasm. And you know, oh, look at this. How the white offspring, they come from the shoulder. So what Eve is doing there? Did Allah hit Eve somewhere? Are you sure you did not hit Eve somewhere? So you hit the shoulder of Adam and then the offspring that came from his shoulder? Mental. Why are the Jews expecting Jesus to enter the third temple? My friend, if you have a questions about the Jews, ask the Jews. We don't care. Here we have different topic, and we have way more important things from your, you know, I don't want to be silly, I don't want to bully you, but don't bully me. You ask me about the Catholic, and you ask me about the Jews, and you say, what are we doing here? We are here to teach about the stupid Muhammad. What is your next question? Should I shave my private part, like the Muslims? Is it halal? Can we eat falafel? Who cares? The religion, this earth is full of crazy stuff. In Japan, they have a festival for penis. Are you going to ask me about it too? What we care for, that we are a Christian and we believe in Jesus, and those who don't want to believe in, this is their problem. We are here to get them busted. He disagree with me? You guys, you disagree with me. I mean, even this one in interpretation. Okay, what you just said? You said you disagree with me in the interpretation. Did you just say that? You disagree with me in the interpretation. Even this one need interpretation? What interpretation? There's white offspring. There's a black offspring. The white go to hell, the black go to hell. The white go to heaven, the black go to hell. Even this one need interpretation? So what your prophet was saying here, you see, this religion is so stupid to the point, even little tiny text of Muhammad need interpretation. This is not Quran. Interpretation. Muslim revert want to call, there's nothing is called Muslim revert. He is a pervert. Muslim is not a revert. How you can be a Muslim and you are revert? Revert to what? Worshipping the moon god? That will make you revert? You see, the Muslims, they lie and they claim that they are reverting. You are perverting because your prophet is a pervert. And when you accept to be following Muhammad, you accept to be a pervert, not a revert. You go and kiss a black stone, and that make you revert. In the shape of a vagina, and that make you a revert. And then you go and you find that the house of Allah and the house of Satan, they lived in the same city. They are neighbors. And then you strip at you go and take some stones, 7 stones, and you want to throw them at Shaitan. And Shaitan is waiting for you there. Did you hit his head, brother? I mean, this is the most stupid religion. And not only that, guys. You know that the Muslim even, they build a nice house for Shaitan? Let me show you. Shaitan used to have a poor house in Saudi Arabia. Very poor house. But there's a problem with this house. It's just a column and there's a hole around it. And the Muslims, they are throwing a lot of rocks, and this house keep collapsing. So how the religion will be practiced? Islam missing something. So the Muslims, in order to fix the problem, let me try to find you the old house of Shaitan. What a stupid religion. I mean, they throw rocks at Shaitan. Let us see the old one. And then we will show you the new updated villa of the Shaitan. Where is the old pictures? I'm sure there's many of them. I don't think they can delete them from YouTube. Just to show you how crazy this religion is. Even, by the way, even the Kaaba today, this is not the Kaaba, this is not the same Kaaba. They move it a few meters away, and the whole thing is rebuilt, cement, concrete, marble. I could not find the old picture. I don't know what I need to search for to find the old one. This is a newer one. Look at this column. This is where you get injured. All those people, they climb this hill. They want to throw rocks at Shaitan. And Shaitan supposedly is waiting for them there, brother. And not only that. This column is not really a new, not an old column. This is like, there's an older, way older. This is like more strong one, big one. Let us show you the new one. I found the old one. Hold on, I found the old one. Look at this. This is the house of Shaitan, brother. This is the old house of Shaitan before the oil. You see how the oil blessed the house of Shaitan? I will show you how now he have a villa. Very big villa. So this is, it's made from rocks and dirt. And the Muslims, they gather and they throw rocks at the house of Shaitan. Now, the house of Shaitan is a spaceship. Let me show you. Look at the house of Shaitan, brother. What happened? It was like that. It's like this now. What is that? Did you get approval from Shaitan when you change his house? And they make it many floors, by the way, because there's too many people. So what they do, they have a floors, floor number 1, floor number 2, floor number 3, and then the rocks, there's holes. The rocks will go all the way down, and there's trucks. They take the rocks and they put them in the other side so people grab them again. What the heck is this? This is other floor, the same building. Look, this is under the ground. You can go and throw under the ground. This is the house of Shaitan now. Look how big. And everybody want to throw rocks at the Shaitan, the evil Shaitan. Allahu Akbar. What a stupid religion. And by the way, this is where you get injured. You might die because people, they throw rocks, and now they are trying. They force small rocks because people, they used to bring big ones, and then because it's so busy, you know, you have to throw it from far away. You cannot reach. You throw it, you hit somebody in his head, you kill him. So now they force everybody to use a throw rock. So if he hits somebody, he will not kill him. He will injure only. And look, this is the other floor. Look how many floors. I think this is the third. It's like this, the ship of Noah. Look how big this is. This is, you see what? Look at this old. This is an old one. Look at the old house of Shaitan, brother. There is 20 people doing Hajj there. Thanks to the Western and the airplane. Attacking religions is not the answer, Mr. Computer. We'll tell that to Muhammad, because the first page of the Quran is attacking the Christians and the Jews and everybody. Attacking religion is not the answer. I mean, this is the silly, the bully guy. Attacking religion is not the answer. Do you attack Joe Biden or Trump? Will he have his own religion? Do you know what religion means? Attacking religion is not the answer. I mean, people, don't get married. Your wife, she will leave you. Attacking religion. This is the love guru. But the love guru, Sadhguru, we make a video against his stupidity. He reported me to YouTube after 2 minutes. The guy, he spent 10 hours saying we need to accept each other. Learn about how to control the bad, the negative energy. Why is the problem in this world? Because we don't learn how to listen to each other. See the point of the other person. Why he don't like you? I mean, okay, I made a video. I explained why I don't like you. You reported me to YouTube? What happened to accepting the other person and the bad energy and controlling ourselves and not to be echo and to accept that people, they might disagree and agree? Suddenly he go to YouTube, like Zakir Naik now. He go to YouTube and he report me copyright. And this is the guy here. Attacking religion is not the answer. So what is the answer? Jihad? And your name is a computer? Did you use your computer to find the answer? Hey, listen, why people, they do suicide bombing? Do you have an answer? Maybe we should not attack that religion so they can attack more. And they can deceive more people to join them. Madness, man. Anyway, I have to go because I need to throw rocks, you know. The religion of rocks. They go around rocks, they kiss rocks, and their rocks forgive sin, and they bow down in the front of rocks, and they pray in the direction of rocks. And even Satan, they have to throw rocks at him. There's a sheikh, his name is Al-Qaradawi, and the video is there in the internet. He said, this is Islam. You pray, you kiss a rock. You pray in front of a rock. You go around a rock, and you pray in the direction of a rock. And when you want to fight Shaitan, you throw a rock. What you can do about it? All of this, and Islam is not pagan. A computer, I am here to expose Islam. Why you are here? Because you are stupid, silly. Get out of here. And we are not attacking other faith. Muhammad, he says the Christian and Jews, they are filthy, they are najis, they are kuffar, they are dirty, they are animals. We are getting him busted. You throw rocks at me, I will send your rocks back. You don't like it, don't come here. Potato. I never heard you talking about the hadith which Muhammad stepdaughter died and he ordered a guy to go in her grave to with her. I'm sure you know this is the hadith is da'if. If you want to make a phrase, try to make it clear so we can understand. There is tons of hadith, and if we want to talk about everything, we focus in things which is really, you know, it make a difference. There is many hadith, they don't make a difference. And if the Muslim, they can get away with it, I try to always to avoid it. I mean, look at this. We are showing them a hadith in their website, and the hadith is so clear, and they are saying I fabricated. Imagine. And At-Tirmidhi is a book of Sahih. I fabricated. And then they, in order to fix it, they say there's the wrong interpretation. There's no interpretation for this. It's very simple. What interpretation? White offspring, black offspring. Black go to hell, white go to heaven. Allah, He made decision. White is created from the right shoulder. And right shoulder always in Islam is the right hand of Allah. Allah have two hands, both of them they are right. Did you ask yourself why? Why Allah have two hands and both of them in the right side? Because Allah, there's no way Allah will have right hand. And this is telling us how stupid Muhammad is. You know, he keep telling them that the left hand is the hand of Shaitan, the left hand is bad, the left hand is ugly, the left hand. Now has God have hands? So when they ask him, okay, what about Allah? Do Allah have left hands? Muhammad, he have to come with a solution. So he come with a God who have two hands and both of them are right hands. I mean, do you see even how silly, how stupid this picture is? Imagine you see a man, both his hands are in the right side. But look what Muhammad did. If you make his hands in the right side, still he have left shoulder. Is Allah round? No, how we know that he's not round? Because as long he have right shoulder, that's mean he have a left shoulder. As long he have left side, that's mean he have a right side. Correct? I mean, this is stupidity. Okay, so now we get rid of the two hands. The two hands, both of them are right. What we will do with the left shoulder? We still have left shoulder. And this is where offspring coming from. Stupidity. So he thought like he is smart now, and those dummy, you know, whatever he say, they take it. Who dare to say? Who dare to question? But he did not delete that Allah have a left side, all his side, and left is evil, then Shaitan. And what is the problem if Allah have one hand in the right and one hand in the left? What will happen exactly? Shaitan is going to share with him? This is a religion of those who they are stupid. If you are stupid, you take it. And as you see, this is Sahih. They cannot say this is, huh? It says Sahih. Sahih. Hello? Give you 1 minute.
هو يعرف عربي احسن من عندي. يلا روح. اسمه امير المسيحي يحكي وياك.
مين هذا؟
Just talk with him.
هلو؟
هلا شو اخبارك؟
اهلا وسهلا.
شلونك؟ زي ما قال لك الامير المسيحي.
اهلا وسهلا. اوكي.
Hold the phone.
يلا.
Here you go. Talk with him على الدين المسيحي والاسلامي. هو يعرف احسن من عندي. روح.
اوكي شفت وياك.
احكي على الدين. منو الدين الحقيقي؟ الدين المسيح لو الدين الاسلام؟ روح.
الدين الحقيقي الدين المسيح لو دين الاسلام؟
روح الدين الحق.
الدين الاسلام.
اوكي احكي وياه. هو مسيحي. هو شنو نقول يحكي على الكوره. روح احكي وياه.
يا مدعشي.
طب اسمع اخوي، ايش اسمك؟
ايه اني اكرم.
هلا أكرم هلا. إذا كان محمد رسول من عند الله فكيف ينزل الله بردا من جبال في السماء؟ هل توجد في السماء جبال؟ هل توجد في السماء جبال فيها برد؟
اوكي.
أنا أسأل.
أنا مو شيخ.
إذا أنت لست بشيخ ألست بمسلم؟
لا أنا مسلم بس لست بشيخ.
ألست تفهم القرآن؟
أفهم القرآن.
إذن أجب.
التفسير مالته يراد لك شيخ.
لماذا نريد تفسير القرآن؟ أليس القرآن من قال لقد فصلناه تفصيلا؟
اي لقد فصلناه تفصيلا.
فصلناه تفصيلا
انت سالتني
اصبح معناه
انت سالتني اوكي ولا حسألك وجاوبني همين. اذا ما جاوبتني نفسي انا سمع جاوبتك لين ما اعرف بهذا الشيء. قلت لك انا ما اعرف.
بماذا تعرف؟ بماذا تعرف؟
اوكي هسه انا اسالك عن دينك.
بماذا تعرف اذا؟
هسه انا اسالك على دينك.
لا ليس هناك بمشكله
بس اسمعني. لا هسه انا اسالك عن دينك. انا دا اساله هسه.
تفضل.
وهو ما يجاوبني.
تفضل.
قلت له اوكي منو ربك؟
المسيح.
المسيح. شنو اسم المسيح؟
اسمه المسيح.
اسمه المسيح. اوكي زين شلون انولد ربك؟
ولد من امرأة.
من امرأة. اوكي انولد من من كرشة رجليها. تمام.
كرشة رجليها.
الكرشة اللي هو من
لا يولد اي شخص من كرشة، يولد من الفرج.
الفرج. نعم. اوكي بس هو من ولد من الفرج؟
نعم.
اوكي من ولدت امرأة. تمام. اوفى هاي الشغله. اوكي وين كان قبل الولاده؟
في السماء.
اوكي اكو رب بالسماء ما يقدر ينزل على الارض بدون ما يولد؟ يقدر. ليش ما نزل على الارض بدون ولاده؟
Guys, just to let you know, I'm speaking to him in Arabic because he don't speak English, so I'm speaking to him in Arabic. Just excuse me. So اسمع.
ألم يكن تليفوني مكسر.
اوكي
طيب
شلون ما يقدر يخلق نفسه؟
اسمع أنا سوف أتعاطى معك بنفس المنطق. هل يقدر أو لا يقدر؟ هذا السؤال صح؟
صحيح.
هل يقدر الله أن يأتي إلى الأرض على صورة الإنسان؟
روح احكي.
نعم يقدر.
هل يقدر الله أن يولد من امرأة؟
يقدر.
إذن ما المشكلة؟
المشكلة الله زين من نزل ما يحتاج ينولد ولا يولد ولا
ومن قال أنه يحتاج؟ ومن قال لك اسمع ومن قال لك أنه يحتاج؟ ومن قال أنه ميت؟
أوقف خليه يحكي أول.
ومن الذي قال لك أن المسيح ميت؟
ما كلها الناس تقولون
المسيح صلب ولكنه حي.
احنا نقول حي عند الله سحبه للسماء.
إذن الذي لا يموت، قصدك الذي لا يموت هو الله، صحيح؟
الله سحبه للسماء.
أنا أسألك، الإنسان يموت صحيح؟ هل المسيح حي أم أنه ميت؟
الله سحبه للسماء.
هذا ليس السؤال، هل هو ميت أم هو حي؟
الله سحبه للسماء.
بس هذا ليس السؤال، هل هو ميت أم هو حي؟
ميت.
كيف يكون ميت وهو في السماء؟
على الأرض ميت بس بالسماء موجود.
كيف هو على الأرض ميت؟
مثل ما الرسول موجود بالسماء.
هل هو موجود على الأرض؟
هو أنت تدري كل زين.
هل هو موجود على الأرض؟
احنا عندنا هو نبي.
أخي العزيز لا تغير الموضوع. هل هو موجود على الأرض؟
من هو؟
المسيح هل هو الآن موجود على الأرض؟
نو.
إذن هو في السماء.
هو عند الله على حال الأنبياء.
ليس على حال الأنبياء. رسولك قال أنه أبدا هذا غير صحيح. رسولك قال أنا أول. اسمع. رسولك قال أنه أول من يقوم يوم القيامة من القبر. إذن كل الأنبياء يوم القيامة يقومون من القبر، ولكن المسيح لن يكون في قبره، فالمسيح الآن في السماء. فإذا رسولك مات، موسى مات، إبراهيم مات، كلهم ميتون. أنت القرآن قال أنت ميت وهم ميتون. هل تنكر؟ أنت ميت وهم ميتون.
بالضبط.
المسيح حي لم يموت.
روح عند الله
وفقا للقرآن. حسنا، لماذا هو عند الله ورسولك ليس عند الله؟
عند الله.
لماذا رسولك ليس عند الله؟
لا هو عند الله، هم اثنيناتهم عند الله حيين.
أعطيتك آية تقول أنه ميت ليس بحي.
نو حيين عند الله بس بالأرض ميتين، أجسادهم بالأرض.
هذا كلام أطفال ليس فيه حقيقة. هل لديك برهان؟ هل لديك برهان؟ أنت تقول no. Do you speak English?
No.
So don't say no. لا تقول no. Speak only Arabic. Speak Arabic only. Okay. اسمع. أعطني دليل على أن الله محمد حي عند الله.
شلون؟
أعطني دليلك أن محمد حي عند الله.
وأعطيني دليلك أنه عيسى حي عند الله.
بسيطة. هذا هو القرآن يقول.
أنت ما تتبع القرآن، ما لك شغلة بالقرآن.
أنا لا أتبع القرآن، أنا أعطيك من كتابك. المسيح في كتابي. هل تؤمن بكتابي؟
أنا أؤمن بكتابك بس أنت ما تؤمن بكتابي.
لا أنت لا تؤمن بكتابي. لما الكذب؟
أنا أؤمن بالكتب الأربعة السماوية.
لا تؤمن.
كتابك مو اللي حاليا مو
إذا لا تؤمن. اسمع، أليس القرآن قال إذ قال الله يا عيسى إني متوفيك ورافعك إلي؟ ما معنى متوفيك؟
متوفيك يعني توفى بالأرض ورفع إليه مثل حال كل ميت.
إذن حينما قال القرآن أن المسيح قد شبه به قد كذب القرآن.
شلون؟
حينما قال القرآن أنه قد شبه بالمسيح فقد كذب القرآن.
شلون شبه بالمسيح؟
شبه به حينما صلب. أنت وافقت الآن. أنت الآن وافقت. سألتك ما معنى متوفيك؟ قلت متوفيك معنى أنه مات على الأرض. صحيح؟
متوفيك هم أجسادهم بالأرض، أرواحهم بالسماء.
يا أخي طب متوفيك معنى إنسان توفى. صحيح؟
توفى بالأرض.
كلنا توفينا بالأرض. كلنا
انسحب إلى
اسمع. أنت حين تتوفى لا تغير الموضوع. أنت حين تتوفى هل تتوفى ويبقى جسدك على الأرض؟ حينما تتوفى هل يبقى جسدك على الأرض؟
لا
يبقى على الأرض؟
لا.
تطير في السماء؟
لا.
أنت طائر عصفور؟
لا.
أنت فعلا عصفور طنبور؟
نعم.
كيف تقول نعم؟ أنت عصفور؟
لا.
طيب أنا أسألك حينما يتوفى الإنسان هل يبقى جسده على الأرض أم أنه يطير؟ لا. This guy keeps saying to me no, doesn't matter what I say. لماذا تقول لا؟
ما راح نتفق.
حبيبي احكي وياه حبيبي. ليش لا؟ تعال احكي. ليش ورانك؟ تعال احكي اركم.
He run away.
واي.
يقول لي
تعال احكي. كمل.
يقول لي عيسى.
خل احكي.
ما موجود.
ابويا تعال احكي وياه.
هذا أبوك؟ This is your father?
أخي. Hello.
Is he your father?
No, he's my father's brother. This is my father. يلا احكي وياه. Put this in your ear. Okay, احكي وياه.
السلام عليكم.
أهلا وسهلا.
شو أخبارك؟
يا أهلا وسهلا. من أي جنسية أنت؟
أنا من هذه الأرض الطيبة.
كليتنا على هاي الأرض الطيبة.
طيب أخي العزيز، أخبرني عن محمد. لماذا
أنا
محمد؟
أسألك أنت من أي أرض؟ عوف محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام.
أنا من أرض الرب الواسعة التي خلقها.
ونعم بالله. بس من أي بلد؟
لا يهم.
شوف أنت إذا ظل متراوغ بالكلام أنا ما أقدر أحكي لك. عيب.
أنا لا أتراوغ. أنا لا أتقدم إلى وظيفة عندك لتسألني من أين أنت ومن أين أتيت.
أنا من العراق. اسمح لي حبيبي، أنا وسام من العراق.
هلا يعني شخبارك؟ شلونك عيني شلونك؟
شفت أنا أحسن أحسن من عندك. أنا
أنت أحسن مني، ولكن هل أنت أحسن مني؟ أنا رسول الله محمد.
أنت رسول الله محمد؟
نعم.
ليش قلت هيجي؟
من أين هو محمد؟ أخبرني. أين ولد محمد؟ أين ولد محمد؟ أين ولد محمد؟
عليه الصلاة والسلام. ولد في مكة. وقلت له جاوبني.
ما هو الدليل؟ أين هو الدليل أنه ولد في مكة؟
الدليل بأنما بعث إلى أهل مكة.
أين يقول القرآن أنه بعث إلى أهل مكة؟
هسه تسالني بالدين، انا اسالك انت من ايه؟
انت سالتني، انا اجبتك. يقول القران ان الله ارسل محمد الى القرى.
يحكي وياك انت ما تقدر
القرى.
اسكت يا حبيبي.
القرى اين تقع القرى؟
والله يمكن بباب الشوجي.
انت تسخر من الرسول؟
إذا أنت تسخر وأنا ما أسخر.
طب أنا أسألك، القرآن يقول أن الله أرسل محمد إلى القرى.
زين أنت ليش تحكي عن محمد وأنت ما تعرف محمد أين يكون؟
هل أنت تعرف أين محمد؟
إنه تحت الأرض.
محمد تحت الأرض. صاحبك أخوك قال لي أنه في السماء.
روحه في السماء وليس جسده.
يا أخي طب هو في السماء أم هو الأرض؟
هو في الأرض وفي السماء.
إذن محمد قد مات وهو ميت. هل المسيح في السماء أم في الأرض؟
في السماء ما عندي أي معلومة.
هل هو في السماء أم في الأرض؟
ما عندي أي معلومة.
كيف لا تعلم؟ ألم يقول القرآن وإني رافعك إلي؟
إذا أنت تعرف في القرآن ما أعرف تعذرني.
أنت لا تعلم في القرآن، فكيف تكون مسلم؟
أني أصلي لله ما أصلي لله.
كيف تصلي ولن تعرف من هو الله؟ ومن هو الله؟
هو خالقك.
كيف يكون هو الذي خلقني وهو لا يعلم كيف خلق الخلق؟
هو خلقك وخلقني وخلق
كيف يكون هو الخالق؟ كيف يكون هو الخالق وهو لا يعلم كيف خلق الخلق؟
ما أعرف شلون سؤالك، شنو كيف خلق الخلق؟
القرآن يقول في آيات.
أنت لا تقول لي كل صح قرآن، أنت مسيحي. إذا أنت تحكي بالقرآن فأنت
أنا مسيحي وأعلم القرآن.
أنت مسيحي وتعلم القرآن ولا تؤمن شنو هاي؟ حيوانك
طبعا لأن
القرآن تدرس برا المدرسة ليس بداخل المدرسة.
نحن نعلم على الإنترنت.
لا تقول لي أنا أعلم. أنت ليس بمعلم. المعلم هو الذي يؤمن، هو الذي
رسولك
يؤمن. لا تقول لي رسولك. إذا تقول لي رسولك اسمح لي.
رسولك هل يعلم القراءة والكتابة؟
هذا الشيء عادي انه امي. هذا الشيء
كيف يكون اميا ويكون كيف يكون اميا ويعلم الناس علما؟ كيف يكون اميا ويعلم الناس علما؟ كيف يكون الجاهل معلم؟
لان الله اعطاه ميزه خلاه انه امي يعلم الامه.
اوكي، الله اعطى محمد فيزا لكي يعلم، لكنه
قام يسخر. انا ما متجاوز عليه ودا يسخر.
انت من قلت فيزا، لست انا لم اقل فيزا، انت قلت فيزا.
ما في مو فيزا، انا ما قلت لك فيزا.
لكن
قل له امي وانت خريج شنو واكتب كتاب مثله.
انا خريج من كل انا خريج حقوق واعلم الشريعه.
اوكي.
معي شهادات في الشريعه الاسلاميه. من انت؟
يعني انت سوري هسه طلعت.
فاذا انت لا تعلم في القران شيء ولا تعلم في دينك، انت فقط مسلم جاهل.
اوكي، يعني هسه انت سوري. اذا انا جاهل وانت مسيحي تعلم الناس الدين مالتهم، ليش تتدخل بالدين مالتهم اذا انت
لماذا تدخل محمد في ديننا؟ الم يسبنا في القران؟ الم يسخر منا؟
لا.
الم يقل محمد لعن اليهود والنصارى؟
لا.
انت تكذب.
انت تكذب.
أنا أعطيك الدليل.
أنت لا تعطيني دليل.
أنا أعطيك الدليل.
أنت الذي أنت الذي
اسمع، إذا ما أعطيت
محمد إنه كاذب ومحمد صنديق ومحمد كذا، وأنتم الذي صناديق وكذابين يا أخي. عيب.
اسمع
إذا
أعطيتك
أنت ما تعرف شو هسه. أنا ما تجاوز عليك.
دعنا لا نسب. أنا قلت
هذا طبعك في الحياة.
أنا قلت أنت كذاب لأن لدي دليل. إذا أعطيك الدليل أن محمد سبنا وشتمنا ماذا تفعل؟
ما حسبكم ولا حشتمكم.
طيب إذا أعطيتك الدليل الآن وابنك
تعطيني كل دليل. دليلك كذب.
كيف يكون دليلي كذب وهو من كلام محمد؟
لا من كلامكم هذا أخي وليس من كلامكم.
حديث محمد
وليس بحديث محمد، هذا كلامكم أنتم الصنادقة.
هل تعلم من هو الزنديق؟
أنتم الصناديق.
من هو الزنديق؟
وتحرفون الإنجيل.
اسمع، قال محمد هذا صحيح البخاري يقول عائشة.
عوف البخاري يا صنديق. أنت صنديق. لا تلمس البخاري ولا تتكلم عن البخاري.
لماذا؟
البخاري أنت وجدك وأبيك يعني كلكم متوحون فدوة إلى الأصفر. شنو متوحون فدوة
طيب
الأصفر
هذا
الإنسان كان معتدلا. أنتم ليس معتدلين.
طيب اسمع
أنتم ليسوا معتدلين عين.
طب اسمع الكذاب الذي لا يريد أن يقرأ البخاري. الكذاب أنت شتمت البخاري. أنت شتمت البخاري.
مو حديث بيكذبون. هذا انا شوفك
هذا البخاري يقول
بابا
لعن الله اليهود والنصارى.
هو تزوج عائشه، هذا كذب. من هي كانت 6 سنوات، هذا كذب. لا مو كذب، انت كذاب.
خلاص سد التليفون.
ما سد التليفون. ليش انت
مو محشي وياه بعدين باوت ما لنا دخل بك.
احكي وياه.
لا محشي وياه.
اسمع يا اخي العزيز انا
احنا كلنا كذاب.
اخي العزيز اسمع يا عزيزي. اسمع يا عزيزي. لا داعي للشتم. لا داعي للشتم. اقنعني.
طفي محشي وياه اقول لك لا تعاند.
اسمع البخاري يقول
هذا اصلا
هو ايش قال مو صح.
البخاري يقول
محمد كذاب فانه هو كذاب.
اوكي خلينا شوفنا الحديث حبيبي. شوفنا
الحديث على الشاشه. لعن الله اليهود والنصارى.
ايش قال هذا حديث بالبخاري.
البخاري ومسلم. لعن الله اليهود والنصارى. والحديث امامك.
ماما تعالي احكي وياه.
كلوز بليز.
اوقف واخروا. شو تريد؟ اوكي تعال احكي اركم تعال احكي. اوكي اخذ تعال.
يغلط وكذا وكذا.
ما قاعد يغلط. ايش قاعد يقول؟
الو
هلا.
الو اخي العزيز.
نعم
احكي. بس وينك؟ بسمعني انت. بسمعني اخي العزيز.
تفضل.
الو تفضل. شو اسمه هو؟
امير المسيحي اسمه.
نو جس امير لان مو مسيحي. هو المسيح ما يحجون هيك.
المسيح ما يحجون. اوكي تفضل.
المسيح مؤدبين اكثر منه. اوكي.
طب اذا كان المسيح مؤدبين، هل كان رسولك مؤدب؟
رسولي أأدب منك ومن الخلاق.
كيف يلعن ويسب؟ كيف يلعن ويسب إن كان هو مؤدب؟
بس أقول لك شغلة
يا عزيزي. إن كان رسولك مؤدب، أنا أمام الدليل.
كل خير صار ساعة محترميك. أنا على أبوك لو الطياح الله حظك. كان ما أقدر أسب النبي الله زين عيسى زين لأن هو بقرآني والنبي عندي.
طيب اسمع. محمد ابن كلاب.
No, that's disgusting. But hey, don't spit on my screen. Don't you dare. You're gonna buy me a new one. What's wrong with you? You're gonna buy me a new one. Don't spit on my screen. What's wrong with you? Can you read the hadith? No. Why not?
No, because he's طايح.
What does that mean?
لأن هو بشر طايح سخيف. بس السر.
Hello?
Yes, I am here.
شلونك يا حبيبي؟ تعرف من نجيب الحقيقة؟ هم حقيقة. هو بالحديث صحيح.
عزيزي هذا الحديث صحيح. يقول عن أبي هريرة قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
هذا البشر اللي انت طلعته.
هو هذا الحديث مالتك مال دينك.
مالتي ما ديني شنو؟
اي مال دينك. وهذا
اسمع الرسول يسب المسلمين. الرسول
هو understand what I talk.
هو قال
you can just please
اوقف
go outside you listen.
No.
That's it, don't talk.
الرسول يسب المسلمين. اسمع. اللهم إني.
هو قال الرسول يسب المسلمين.
اسمع. هذا صحيح مسلم. هذا صحيح مسلم. الدليل والبرهان. اللهم إنما أنا بشر فأيما رجل من المسلمين سببته أو لعنته أو جلدته فاجعلها له زكاة ورحمة.
Hello?
Did they hear it? Well, my friend, thank you for bringing your family. I understand that you are an ex-Muslim and you are trying to make them leave Islam too. But I made them very angry. I can't tell, you know.
Well, nah, don't worry. That was fun.
Yeah, but you see, I mean, why he don't want to read? He asked me for the proof. I put the proof in front of him. He started cursing me and calling me names. So they, in order to run away.
I'm gonna go with them.
They will leave the house. They are leaving the house, run away.
They left the house. They left the house.
They left.
They left the house.
And this is your dad and your uncle, right? And your mom.
Yeah, no, it's my dad and my uncle. My mom just came.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I was like a little bit tough on him. I don't mean to be, you know, but
no, that's good because I speak English very well and my Arabic is broken. So like I know you're live. I saw you live, so I decided to call you immediately. You know.
Yeah.
Because they want to this is my uncle. He keep cursing about Christianity. I'm a Christian, you know. So he keep cursing Christianity. He said my God died. He keeps saying that. So I say, come to talk to someone who's more knowledgeable than me. Come talk.
Yeah. Well, you know, your God died, but he is in heaven. How would that work? You know. And his prophet is dead, and he was stinking when he died. You know. And the funny is, the second we try to show them the reference, they don't want to read it, and they start cursing me and they start saying, insulting, saying, Al-Bukhari is better than you. He's a Bukhari. Bukhari is a scumbag.
Yeah. So look. I showed them the hadith. He said, this is kidnap. This is a lie. So I showed them the hadith in Bukhari where Muhammad married a 6-year-old, right?
Yeah.
And they say this is a lie. Like, what is this? They deny even Bukhari if it embarrassed Muhammad. Even if it embarrassed Muhammad, they deny it.
Yeah.
What type of people is this? I don't know.
Well, my friend, I really admire you. I mean, you are doing a great job. You are brave, and I admire that you are trying bring your dad, your mom, your father, you know, your uncle, the whole family to see the truth. And we pray.
I'm gonna bring my mom next time.
Anytime, my friend. I will be happy to have you. I'm glad to know.
Is my mom here? I'm gonna ask her. She left.
All
my
right.
mom left.
All right, next time. And I try my best to to speak slow in Arabic so they can understand me, because usually I speak fast in Arabic. But
yeah, just next time, I guess be more respectful, I guess. Because when I talk to them, I like to talk to them. I don't like to curse Muhammad.
I did not. For me, Muhammad is a scumbag. I cannot,
Yeah, me too.
I cannot hold it.
Me too.
Yeah, you see.
He's a scumbag too. But me, I try not to curse. I try not to curse him.
I did not curse him. I just said he is a liar. You know, I did not curse. I never use a bad language. I never use any bad language. You know. It was your uncle, I think. Your uncle.
He spit on my phone. He spit on my phone, bro. He spit on my phone.
He spit at your phone? Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna break my headphone.
All right, my friend. Well, thank you very much for calling. It was fun. We hope soon they will listen more and they will see the truth. Never give up. Never give up.
I don't give up.
All right.
I try to tell them the truth. You know, they make fun.
All right.
And then he want to say the gospel is mahroof. Even in your Quran, the gospel is not mahroof.
And even if the gospel, as they say, it is muharraf, that's mean that Allah is stupid, because he is the one who said the gospel. So this is the problem of Allah, not my problem.
Yeah. You hear him, right? He said Allah sent the 4 books, right?
Yeah.
You hear him. Yeah.
So if those are the book of Allah, and then Allah don't want to protect them, so what's my problem? You know, I don't live forever. I'm a person who will live 60, 70, 80 years. I will die, right? And then I cannot protect the book. The God who sent the book who protected. So why Allah want to protect the Quran? Don't want to protect the gospel he sent? That is even more stupid. Anyway, my friend.
Can you post that clip with subtitles for me? Can you post it with subtitles?
About what? You mean your recording?
No, like my parents, my dad and my uncle.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will try later to just record it and post it again in YouTube.
In subtitles, with subtitles.
A subtitle, that will be a hard job for me. I don't have time. Maybe you can. Maybe you can add subtitle. You know?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, my friend. Take care. Yeah, the problem, you know, this is his, you know, his father, his mother, his uncle, you know. And they get really so angry, you know, they get really, really angry, and they start calling me names. And as you see, he spit at the phone of his son. Now his son, he left Islam, he became a Christian. And he is trying, and I think he come, I don't know, as I remember, I think he come a Christian after he listened to me and called me. As I remember, he can correct me if I'm wrong. And now he's trying to, you know, to make his family wake up, his mom and his dad and his uncle. But I can tell they are like old generation, and it's very tough to speak to them. But what we can do? You know? The funny, I said to him, let me show you the reference from Sahih al-Bukhari. He says Sahih al-Bukhari is honorable, not like you. And you are not a Christian. Christians are nice people. So Christians are nice people. Why you want to kill them then? As long as we are, so you see the Islam, the stupidity of the religion. When you are not exposing Islam and the Muslim taking your land, humiliating you, then you are a good Christian. The second you stand against this garbage cult, you are a bad person. It's a very difficult job, not for me. Nothing difficult for me. If they stay, if they are really consistent and they're there, they will leave Islam in a few hours. You know? Any one of you, actually, if you can download this part and then post a video about it with subtitle, the one who knows, I see some of you were translating. So download this part. And because he is trying to share it with his relatives, you know, he want to share it with his relatives, the ones who don't speak Arabic. So he is doing his, he's working hard to make his families accept Christ. He is the only one in the family, I think, he's a Christian now. And actually, he's very brave. I mean, this guy is standing in front of all his family, and he is telling them Muhammad is a fraud. He is, you know, this is very, very, a very admired person. Yeah. And the second I start showing them reference, you know, he said, Christian people don't insult. I said, you know, you're a prophet. And I said to him, you're a liar. I'm not insulting. He's saying, I'm not saying the truth. I said, you're a liar. This is what it says. So then he starts saying, Christian people don't insult. I said, well, your prophet, he insulted the Christian, he insulted the Jews, he called them names, and even he insulted Muslims. As you see the hadith in front of you, I still have it in Arabic, but let me put it in English. Muhammad, he claimed that when he insulted Muslims, and he even beat them, he beat them up. He put condition in his God that anyone he insult him or he did beat him, that is going to be a blessing for him. Yeah, and when I start going like tough with the proofs, he starts using the word, the shit word, you know. But it's okay. And you know, just because he is, for the sake of his son, actually, I was being extra patient. I did not hang up. Yeah. What make Islam, Christianity better than Islam if you worship the same God? Who is the stupid? He said we worship the same God. Give me his name. Give me the name of the stupid person who said to you, we worship the same God. Who is the donkey he said that to you? And people, they say hilarious stuff, you know. So we keep saying Allah is the moon God, and Allah is a fiction God, and he is a pagan God. And then you say to me, what a different? And they say to me that we worship the same God. What's wrong with you? Do you listen from your toes or your nose? Either way, you don't listen. You know the thing? You know? Yeah. We worship the same God. Oh, in the world. Only the foolish people, they say that Christians and Jews and Muslims, they have they are Abrahamic. That is a big fat lie. They are not. Is it talking about Islam in Arabic? Well, Arabic for me, you know, Arabic is my first language, so I can say I am 100 times more powerful in Arabic, speaking Arabic, than speaking in English. Because most of the time I'm trying to say, express something, I will be very short in words. You know, my English is not really that much. It's enough, I mean, to do what I'm doing. But in Arabic, for sure, it's fun. You know, for me, it's easy, very easy. Even though they are rude and they are savage and, you know, but I mean, I know how to deal with them. I'm a Middle Eastern. I'm not coming from the moon. I know how to put somebody in his place if you want to go rude. So when he starts saying, you know, I told him, you're a liar. You know, I don't hesitate. I say things as it is. It doesn't matter who. Actually, he himself, he called him, his uncle, I think, he's talking, he told him, you are the liar. He told his uncle, you are the liar. And the guy is showing you the proof in front of you on the screen. Read it, Sahih al-Bukhari. He told him, this is al-Bukhari, read it. He didn't want to read it. And then he told him, this is his Bukhari, he's making it up. It's not real. You know? Indonesian Christian worship Allah too. No, my friend, this is false. Those Christians who live in Islamic countries, they've been forced to use the same word. However, we always advise any Christian who read the translation of the Bible using the word Allah to delete that word immediately and not to use that word. That is a false word. That is a false word. No Christian should use it. Anything is not from the Bible is not true. We cannot find Allah in the Bible. So if you find it in a translation, that is a false translation. And don't call him a kid. He is a man. He is a brave man. Why you call him a kid? Do you know his age? He's a brave man. Yeah, amazing. I mean, he didn't want to read it because it's embarrassing. So the only way for them to escape the embarrassment is to spit at the phone and start saying rude words and to run away. They left the house. You know, they left the house. They don't want to continue in the conversation. If they are sure of their belief, they will say, okay, show us. We challenge you. You know, you said to me, I'm a liar. Okay, show us. And then I have to show you. If I do not show you, as you see, I have it on the screen. Muhammad, he beat people. He cursed people, and he claimed that he put condition on Allah. Have you ever heard of somebody, a man, he made a condition with his God that anyone I curse him, you give him some reward? Anyone I whip his back? This guy, even he's beating people unjust. This is what it's meant here. Because he's saying, I'm just a human. People are upset. What kind of a prophet is prophet? Imagine Jesus is beating his disciples unjustly. Not only he is violent, he is beating them unjustly, and he is using bad language. It says, لَعَنْتُهُ وَسَبَبْتُهُ. Anyone I curse or I say bad words to him, bad words like the F word, Sabba. And then he claimed that he put condition in his God. And those are Muslims. You see, this guy, he cursed the Christians. He said the F word to the Christians, but now he is doing it to the Muslim too. And as you see, this is Sahih. This is Sahih Muslim. This is not fabricated hadith. If you read the title, because a Muslim might say to you, no, those people, they deserve to be cursed. They deserve to be beaten. Read the title. Chapter, whomever is cursed, reviled, or prayed against by the Prophet, when he does not deserve that. Do you see it? When he does not deserve that. So the prophet is cursing people, is calling people bad language, bad mouthing them, when they do not deserve that. Do you see it? Because they might say to you, oh, this is not true. Those people that deserve it. The name of the chapter exposing them. They don't deserve it. And I cannot believe it that there is a human being. He put a condition. I have a made condition. Listen, Allah, I'm Muhammad. From now on, anyone I curse him or I beat the hell of him or I say bad language to him, make it good deed for him. That would be nice. I go beat people in the street, and then people will say thank you because this is a good deed now. He's trying to make them like swallow it. He told them there's a good deed for you. It's a source of a purity and reward. So Muhammad, he beat you. Muhammad, he said the F word to your mother. That is a source of a purity. Have you ever heard of a religion like this? Catty Cat saying, thank you, Catty Cat. And let me respond to what you just said. First, don't call me honey. I'm a man, not a kid. You need to understand that this approach is not welcoming. Being rude with people turn people away. Jesus would rather try to understand them. Well, Catty Cat, do you know, my sister, how many thousands of Muslims left Islam because of me? So who is the idiot who told you it doesn't work? Secondly, who told you that Jesus was not rude? Isn't it Jesus who called people hypocrite, sons of snakes, evil generation? What do you know about Jesus? Do you really read the Bible? If you do read the Bible, you will see Jesus is describing way more than I said. Egypt is nothing. Stupid is nothing. Jesus called them the sons of the devil, the sons of snakes. Evil generation. What do you know about Jesus? So those funny Christians, they think that Jesus, he used to hug everybody. He give me a hug. Do you want a hug? This is not Jesus. Jesus, he went to the temple and he flipped the table on those who, and he said to them, you made the house of my father a bazaar. What do you know about Jesus? And as long, Sister Catty Cat, you are too much of a cat. As long you don't think my way work, so why you don't do better, open a channel and make the Muslims leave Islam? Compete. Let us see your way. Let us see how many thousand they will leave. As you see, the one who is calling me now, he left Islam because he listened to me. And now he is bringing all his family, trying to make him to leave Islam. And you are telling me it doesn't work? Lord have mercy. It doesn't work. If it doesn't work, and all the noise I'm making, and do you know how many people read my books around the world? Do you know that the biggest country in the world of Muslims, Indonesia, is #1 listening to me? Do you know that every sheikh in Indonesia speak about me? Do you know how much damaging we are doing to this stupid religion? But if you are here, what you will do? You will sing to them, you say, I love you. Do you love me? They will laugh at you. You know, the Muslims, they think that when Christians actually they are nice, that is a curse from Allah. That is a curse. So Allah, he cursed us and he made us nice. And nice in a way we are subdued. We can be humiliated. So in the Quran, this is why when the Christian, they show their kindness, the Muslim, they take the Quran seriously. They say, see, they are kind not because they are good. They are kind because Allah cursed them and He made them do that. Chapter 3, verse number 12. So in your ignorance, you think being kind will make them work. With my knowledge, I know that it's the opposite. And you know, one of the most silly thing I see, when somebody, he did not even make one Muslim leave Islam. And then he come to school me about how to talk to Muslim. Isn't it really weird? Just forget about her, okay? Just forget about the lady. I mean, she made this comment. But always I receive those comments. You know, people says to me, I think you should change the way, trust me. The reason I am scaring the hell of this Satan, because of my way. Straight, direct, honest, as it is. Don't do politics. We are sick of it. Never sugarcoat. Speak like Jesus. If you are proud of Jesus. Any priest who don't say things as it is, he is a scumbag. He's a false teacher. These days you ask them, what do you think about homosexuality? They don't dare to answer. What do you think about Islam? Oh, God love everybody. You know, we did not ask you if God love everybody or this is not the question. They do their best to avoid to answer because they are doing business. They don't want to be truthful. They don't dare to say even what is sin, what is not, what is right, what's wrong. So what is exactly, what make you priest? Or we do ritual. We are hippie. This is what the Lord, he warned us about. Don't listen to those people. Why you are insulting Christians for asking not to insult us? Well, you see, Hafiz, let me call you so everybody will laugh. So this Hafiz, he's a Muslim. He said to me, why you are insulting Christians because they asked not to insult us? I think this is the same guy who, you know, the potato of the hadith. Let us call him. Hello? The ultimate part. You are not even a Muslim. You are not a Muslim, son of Muta. You are not a Muslim. Why you are calling me potato? The one who even agreed the Quran missing tons of verses. Why you are lying about Prophet Muhammad? Let us call this guy. Ultimate fault. Ultimate fault, he thinks he's a Muslim. He's the only Muslim in the world who understands Islam. See, the funny is, when a Muslim, he says, why you are insulting the Christian for saying not to insult Muslims? I'm not insulting Muslims, you are insulting yourself. But just to show you how stupid you are, it is your prophet, he ordered the Muslims to insult every Christian. Not only to insult, to humiliate and to harm physically. This is even if they pay the jizya. This is after they pay. If they don't pay, they will kill you anyway. So this is the command of Muhammad. Let us show you in the screen. What and how a Muslim he deal with someone is Christian if he see him in the street. What he will do with him. And this is Sahih, as you see. Muhammad, he said, don't greet the Jews and the Christians before they greet you. And when you meet any one of them in the road, force them to the most narrowest road, part of it. This is the sewage. In the side of the street, you see the translation here is false. It says, لا تبدأوا اليهود والنصارى بالسلام, which means the Muslims are higher. You know, they have always to greet you first. They are higher than you. They have to be subdued. They are the one that salute. You don't salute. And if you meet any of them in the road, you have to give them no position in the street. They don't walk like normal people, with the people of honor. They force them to walk in the sewage. The narrowest part of it is the sewage. In the side of the road, there's low ground where all the water from the houses come. Women wash dishes behind the door. There's a hole in the door or next to the door where the water go out. And this is exposed sewage. A Christian is coming by and a Muslim facing him from the other side. The Christian, he have to salute the Muslim and he have to jump, otherwise the Muslim will force him. And this is telling you how Muhammad is the best man. You see the best man? This is the best man. When the Muslim, they come to the West, they speak too much about a human right. This is Islam, my friend. And this is the teaching of Muhammad. This is how filthy he is. Do you see it? Can you show us the Arabic word sewage? There is no word here says sewage, but we know what it is. أضيق الطريق, the narrowest one. It's a road. How the road will have two roads? It's one road. So how you can have one road and the road is suddenly is narrow? There's a sewage in the size of the road. That is the narrowest part of it. The narrowest part of it. Hassan is saying he will be burned in hell. Well, Hassan, and you will be burned with your penis. You are a penis worshipper. You don't worship God, you worship your penis. Everything is about your penis. What kind of God? He promised you a penis will never go limp unless he is a penis. You see, if God is noble and he is holy, this is the last thing we'll think about, and penis. Don't worry, your penis will never go limp. This is God. This is a pimp. Penis worshipper. What kind of God he promised you women with big boobs? Why even he thinking about the boobs? Okay, he will give you women. Okay, he will make them beautiful. Why he describe the boobs? Why he even describe the vagina? It doesn't work without describing them like this, just to make you excited, just to make you die for him. Muhammad, he knew that you are a pervert. He knew who's going to follow him, the pervert one. And the pervert, they like to be pervert. I do not need to explain it. So let me talk to them about boobs. And then when we control the sexual organs, the brain will stop functioning because he's horny now. Fully breasted. Look at this Muslim translation. Every translation give you different translation. Fully breasted. This guy is what? A splendid spouse. Splendid. The boobs is gone. There's no boobs now. Splendid. Different one. A top. Full bosomed. The other one splendid. It became what? Full bosomed. I'm so glad they are full bosomed. You know, I was worried that they are half so bosomed. I mean, I cannot take it really to have women who they are made for my joy, and they have so poisoned. I mean, enough is enough. We want full poisoned. You see, this God, he wrote his office, and he is holy, and now he is thinking, how I will make my slaves happy. I will give them women with full poisoned. Hey, brother Abdul, how big the poison do you want? How many kilos? The poison God. So right now, as we speak, Allah making poison, full poison, sorry. And look, this guy, every one of them had different words. Look, a youthful median-like age. Look, what the heck? There's no breast no more. The other one is splendid. This guy youthful. What happened to the boobs? What the heck? Those people, they don't corrupt the Quran, by the way. They are preserving the Quran. Full bosomed. The other guy, young youth. This guy is what? Let us go to Yusuf Ali. Hold on, Yusuf Ali. This is the word I like, which would take me 10 years to learn how to read it. Don't laugh at me how I say it, okay? Because this is the correct way. The American and the English, when they say it to you, they are deceiving you. They are kuffar. Volleyball. No, not volleyball. Basketball. No. Batus. Wala something, you know? So Allah will give you bata tatus, women. Who hate that? Finally, we will get potatoes. Actually, this is potatoes. You know, big potatoes, big one. And the nipple, my brother, is going to be so huge, round and beautiful. You know, and not only that, I heard, I don't know if this is a true rumor or not, that coming in you know, I-14 Veletibus is going to have a bounce like nipples, like. So, like, they are unbreakable. So, like, if you push your wife in the ground, in heaven, not here, she will not break. Like, the nipples will not scratches, you know? So, they are anti-scratches. So, like, they will make, like, sound like boing, 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 boing. They are, like, bounced, you know? Because they are, like, very flexible, you know? So, this is God. And look, this God. And then a cup full to the brim. To the brim. I mean, how generous this God is to the brim. The cup, brother. I was worried, man. I was worried. It's not full for the... Now, what the heck is that? A cup full for the brim. What is that? Is that a bar? This is a bar. This is a sexy club. River of wine. Full boobs. Their vagina, nobody touch it. Nobody F it, excuse me. What the heck is that? Too bad I hang up in Ultimate Fart, because I wanted Ultimate Fart to explain to us this one. The Ultimate Fart, what is the metaphorical of this one? Where then both will be those median restraining in their... Oh no, man. Or genie yatmutahun. He has opened their hemens with sexual intercourse. That's deep. It's God, he brings us details about what is inside the vagina. Is it brand new? Is it used? There's wax in it? There's no wax in it. Is the tape is caught? Or the silk tape is not caught? Is it 0 mileage? Or high mileage? Allah is all knowledgeable. He knows what is inside the vagina. Now I'm not worried. Nobody opened the Pepsi Cola before me. It's brand new. The gas is still there. This is religion? This is religion. The best man. The best man. And you will see a bunch of scammers like from the internet who they want to make money from Muslim clique. Wow, the best man in history. And the guy who opened his eye and he have his girlfriend with him. Wow, and they are blonde. And the Muslim, they love that. See white people doing that. Because this is Islam. I mean, if white people, they like Islam, They don't convert to Islam, but just make reaction video. Wow, brother, look, those are white people, brother. Blonde, did you see the girl? She's a blonde, brother. I swear by Allah. Wow. I'm really convinced. Anyway, guys, I think we have enough for today. If any of you download the video and you have add subtitle to the Arabic conversation, send me the link so we can share it, you know, like I will post it in Patreon, so our friend here who brought his family who speak Arabic, he can download it or he can share it. I want to say thank you all for being here. We pray to the Lord to forgive those Muslims who were cursing me today. I don't hate them and I will never hate them. They are poor people, you know, they are being lied to, they are being fooled. And obviously Muhammad is the problem. It's not them. People, they are born in this religion, they think they are right. And they struggle to hear the truth. But the truth is coming. All days is over. It doesn't matter how much you try to fight it. You cannot stop it no more. This is why we encourage all of you to download my videos, share them, tell your friends about them. I have a lot of books. It's for free in many languages. See which language is yours and download and share with your family, your friends. Educate yourself, educate your family. And all my videos for free. Feel free to use them. Add subtitle in your language, in your whatever your language is. Save your people. Education is what we need. We do not need war with the Muslims. We do not need to kill each other. We want peace in this earth as the Lord he wants. And the devil, he wants us to kill Muslims. The devil, he wants the Muslim to kill us too. For this is how we enjoy this earth. So we will not hate the Muslims, but we will defend ourselves if we have to. However, we will not hate them and we will fight hate. And we are here to fight the hatred of Satan, like Allah, like Muhammad. The Lord, he says, love your enemy, pray for those who curse you. Pray for them, not only forgive them. So we pray for the family of our friend who he become a Christian, to see the truth, and the truth will set them free. We pray for their forgiveness. We pray that the Lord will open their eyes, bring them to be saved so he can enjoy his life with his family. And after they believe in Jesus, they will change. They will be different people. They will see the world in a different way. Christ save you, and Christ save me, for he is the Savior. And when a Muslim, he say that he believe in Isa, he just admitted that he believe in Jesus, Yeshua, the Savior. Yahweh or Yahweh, save. This is what you are saying when you say his name. Yahweh, save. God, save. That is Jesus. And the Messiah is even a way more powerful title. How you can run away from such a name? His name is holy, and he is holy. And right now he is in the holy heaven. And one day he will come with the glory of his angels. And those who don't believe in him, they will live with sorrow. Or they will live forever, but in hellfire. And those who believe in him, they will join the Lord and live in his kingdom. And we will not be after sex. And our joy is going to be joy of the Lord, which nobody can describe and have nothing to do with food and eat and money and sex. For the house of God is holy, and only holiness inside his house, which we are going to be. Thank you all. May the Lord bless you. Until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And we prove it every day. Take care.